What up, everybody?
What is happening this week?
What a week we had.
What?
I said, what a week we had.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. Pretty exciting.
Exciting as hell. We made it to 100 followers. Bah, 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 bah. Woo! Yeah.
That was our celebration.
This is how we do it. This is good. This is all good stuff. This is good. I'm going to say what everyone's thinking.
Quality content here. What's up, man?
Fuck Keith Lee. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
I'm kidding. It's amazing.
Everyone
Keith Lee.
just...
That's like total opposite of what everyone's thinking, but okay. Hot takes. Hot takes.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
What a week, though, man. A lot to talk about. Shit firing like the day of our last broadcast.
Yeah.
Some major shit happened that day.
We live broadcasted the shitstorm before it happened.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
We were in the eye of it.
And you know what? It totally went over our heads, too, with the exception of Clump, who's like, did I just hear what I thought I heard?
Yeah.
And we'll get to that. But, yeah. A lot to talk about, man. Got some, we got NXT, we got some AEW Dynamite, we got NXT TakeOver War Games, we got Survivor Series. Oh, yeah, and we got SmackDown, too, which I kind of skipped, by the way. The Go Home SmackDown, I was like...
The SmackDown before?
SmackDown was before War Games.
That's what I mean. The Go
Yeah.
Home? I thought that was
Friday.
solid, wasn't it? The Raw, I thought. Well, I don't know. I gotta look. I gotta double check. Was it pretty bland?
I just kind of didn't watch it altogether.
No.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a really good weekend of some good wrestling. I don't want this Go Home to potentially ruin it for me.
I could see that. I don't think it did, if I remember correctly. I don't think that one farted in my mouth.
Okay.
What? That's a saying. It's colloquial.
Yeah. No, I've heard that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Everyone says that.
Yeah. That's definitely like from circa 1800.
Yeah, I think that was a Walt Whitman
Yeah.
thing early on. Early
I-
Walt Whitman.
No.
I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up sometime.
yeah.
I'll look up Walt Whitman fart and I'll find it.
So funny thing, this morning while I was making notes, doing my due diligence, because for the life of me, I totally forgot Scott Dawson's name. So I was like, who are the Revival? Someone edited the Revival to be Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler on Wikipedia. Was not me. Was not me. I don't have a Wikipedia account.
You did it?
No,
You did it? He's been saying for weeks he was going to do it.
No,
I
I
didn't think he would
have
do it. I thought there was no fucking way he would do it. And then certainly not say it. That's crazy.
No.
Everyone go look. Go check it out. Revival's been changed.
Yeah, the Revival is now Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler
Yeah.
via Wikipedia.
That sounds good. That's
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I was like, wait, screenshot. I'll send it to you later.
Oh man. Did you watch? Well, I mean, we can start with a little NWA, I guess, right? That's how the week started for us.
I'm wearing my new NWA merch, by the way.
Yo, NWA shop is legit. It shipped within a day of me ordering it, and it made it here like 2 days later.
It's awesome.
It was insane.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna have it by now or not. So
Yeah, I at first didn't think so, and then when I saw the whole deal there, I was like, well, shit. They sent a nice little thing with it that just basically, thanks for supporting NWA. It was cool. But it was nice. Their shop's pretty cool, and I like it. It's not cluttered. I feel like it doesn't take you too long to find stuff that you like, and it doesn't take you too long to get to the bottom, which I like too.
it's a pretty simple website. It's not like a fancy WWE shop website, and that's fine.
It's got kind of a Zynga feel.
That's fine. What?
Zynga?
Zynga?
Shout out to Zanka.
Zynga.
Really showing her age here.
What are you talking about? All the kids are on Zynga.
No
They
one's
definitely
on,
are.
No one's on Zanga or LiveJournal.
The kids are constantly Zanga-ing. I thought that was the deal.
Yeah. That's the hotness.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think for the holiday spirit, happy Thanksgiving to all y'all.
Yeah, it is Thanksgiving week. This is kind of a special show because we're missing Crybaby Clump.
Crybaby Clump is not here. He is crying at home with his
Indeed.
family, probably.
Indeed, yes.
He's got family in town, which is nice because I wouldn't travel to see him.
They are really putting in the effort.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clump if he's
Shout out
watching
Clump.
this.
And his family, giving the ultimate sacrifice,
Yeah.
spending time with him.
So yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for following. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching wrestling.
On the rocks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm gonna have a little eggnog.
Pour
This,
some of this clear
this
to the
morrow. I don't think that's how they say it. And then that's a sore subject too, morrow.
Oh yeah, we'll get there too. We'll get there too. Man, so much.
A lot of drama this fucking week, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it feels like, I mean, I don't know. Like half the time, I'm like, does it turn out that I'm just a huge asshole? Does it turn out that a bunch of people are crybabies? Like I don't know where I fall in this mix at times.
It's tough, man, because where do you draw the line of people that are legitimately offended and people that are just saying they're offended for social media purposes, you know?
Right? So there's like real offense and not offense.
Yeah.
And then, so, I mean, they happen back to back even. So
Yeah.
Cornette says a stupid thing on NWA, followed by JR saying a stupid thing on AEW. And the response for Jim Cornette saying it was fucking pitchforks and fire. We got to take this motherfucker out.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if that's your fucking response, that's your response.
Yeah.
Then the next day, when JR said something that was, as far as I can tell, equally as offensive.
What did he say?
When
Along the lines of?
well, he said so. Ortiz and Santana.
Oh
Came
yeah,
out
where
with
he's like,
handcuffs.
yeah.
He's like, they obviously have a lot of experience being in handcuffs. And it's like, what?
yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
I can understand the offense on that as well.
Yeah.
Just as much as a starvation joke could be twisted into being a racist joke, here was a criminal joke being twisted into a Puerto Rican thing. I can see that.
Yeah.
Neither one intended it to be taken the way that it was intended.
Yeah.
But when Jim Cornette says it, it's fuck Jim Cornette and everything that he's ever said in his life. When JR says it, it was crazy to me to see the amount of people speaking out saying, this legitimately offends me as a Latin America, and the amount of people saying, shut the fuck up, you're just a crybaby, it's wrestling, get over it, they're just villains. It was insane.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it that, like, there's the same mob was just all like, attack those offended!
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Twitch is a weird beast, or Twitter is a weird beast. For
It's
real.
so weird. I even put out there, I was like, I have a hard time keeping track of whose offense I'm meant to validate and whose I'm meant to ridicule.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's a real thing.
Yeah.
If you're offended, it's up to me to judge whether your offense is real or not. It's so weird.
It is weird.
And I mean, producer here, and even that one live show we were doing where JR said, "Oh, she squirted out of that." Okay, yes, he said that. I made
said
that a
that.
highlight because, you know, as a woman, no, not cool.
Yeah, he's called thousands and thousands of matches. Never said that about a man wrestler. You have two women, and she squirts out of this one. Great.
Wow, JR.
Early on, I want to say it was
Yeah.
Double or Nothing or Fighter Fest. There was he had all the Joshis in there, and he called them all Orientals. And
yeah.
everyone came to his defense saying, well, he's an old man, and they're from an Oriental Wrestling Alliance or some shit. And I was like, okay, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. Sometimes people say, my grandparents say shit. They don't mean to say the way they say it.
Yeah.
So, I
my
get it.
grandmother would say Oriental. She's like the nicest old lady. Like would not be.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it.
Yeah.
And is she Latina too? Like,
No, she's on the white side of my family,
okay.
so it's just.
Never mind. I'm not trying to get canceled. But
But she's not racist.
exactly,
It's
none
just-
of them are meaning it the way that these moms are taking it.
Back then, that was just like the term, and then it became politically incorrect.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of time. So I
There was an
kind
old
of
TV or an old movie I used to like. I still like. I just haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know if it stands the test of time. But it was called "That's the '90s," and it was a movie that came out in like the 2000s that was mocking all the '90s style movies. And there's a whole thing with this dude who was like the Karate Kid, and
karate.
yeah, and the dude's telling a speech, and he keeps talking about, or the kid's talking about his Oriental Sensei. And the sensei standing right there and keeps going, Asian.
Yeah, Asian.
Yeah, and he's all like, when he's Oriental, he's like, Asian. Like, he just keeps yelling, Asian.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking funny. That's all I think of every time I hear someone use that term. It's like, Asian.
Well, it did its job then.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. It taught
You
me.
got that
things.
PC in your head, dude.
Yeah, Tone Loc was in that movie. It was great.
Oh man, Tone Loc. Shout out to Tone Loc.
Yeah,
Blank
Tone Loc.
check.
Come back.
Blank check.
Come back, kid. Tone Loc. So yeah, I mean, I don't think any of these people are meaning offense. And I think that's to me what makes it the most insane to me.
Yeah, I think it's just basically showing their age. It's real. That's basically what it is. It's just showing their age
Yeah, but it's like, why
And-
are we attacking that on
and
the
their
level?
and their inability to let old habits die. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
producer, I'm just confused at how you would not want a conversation. Instead, you want to attack, is my thing. Because if you really do want people to change, you want to have that conversation. You want to see, where did that come from? Why are you still doing it? But instead, we're saying, no, fuck you, bye.
Yeah.
Which,
Or protecting people who are saying similar things. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's you're either out there waiting for someone to slip because you just can't wait for your fucking moment to pounce, or you actually feel that way. And I think that's not the way. I think the majority of these mobs do not feel at all about what's happening the way they're projecting that they are.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what becomes evident, and that to me is the most offensive.
Yeah.
You don't care who you hurt and help, as long as it's the ones that you've pre-decided.
Yeah.
These are the ones who must be hurt. These are the ones who must be protected. That's not how being offended works.
Right.
It's just, I think to me that's the most upsetting part. Is it's become clear. You've become transparent.
So TL semicolon DR.
Yeah.
Twitter's a shit show.
It's a fucking shit show, man.
All right, that's just basically it. So let's talk about some wrestling now. Let's get into the shows.
Yeah, Corey Graves on Twitter. That's where we were going with that.
Oh, I mean, even to last night with the King, with his comments about Ric Flair. Did you hear that? We talked about it. That was like the funniest thing he's ever said in my life.
glad I don't follow all of this.
Oh my
It
god.
was so good. What happened on Raw? And I don't know. We must have missed it because we must have been talking. Because I have to explain a lot. I'll explain.
What? Excuse you?
So Charlotte Flair's getting in the ring, doing her thing, and Jerry Lawler says, "I'm sure that when she lost her match last night at Survivor Series, Ric Flair was looking down on her."
Oh, I did read that.
And then Vic Joseph goes, "King, Ric
Ric's not
Flair's
dead."
not dead." And then he's all like, "No, he's just very condescending."
Delivery. That dry delivery. It was just.
The concern in Vic's voice.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious, man. People were giving him
Oh.
shit for it. Oh, man.
Oh yeah, they were fucking ragging him, and I was like, "No, you guys are off. This
Yeah.
is good shit."
You guys have
See,
no sense of humor.
If this was Marsh, he would have been like, well, not yet.
Yeah. I would have been like, "No,
I'm sure
you
that-
serious? There's no way. I've partied with the guy. He's got to be."
I'm sure the man himself found that pretty funny too. He's like he was like sitting there in his chair listening, and he's like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
So cheers.
Immediately,
Cheers to that, yeah.
Cheers to that. He immediately gets up on his couch. He's like, "Oh, okay, Lawler, one more time."
Oh man, so let's talk about Dynamite first.
Dynamite. TNT. Dynamite.
That's not how it goes.
He's still getting the noises out, ladies and gentlemen.
There's so much shifting happening. Speaking of shifting, the paradigm shift.
Dude, that was literally my first note. Moxley Allen, paradigm shift off the middle rope.
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick ending.
There was a moment I was like, there's no good way to land like that, right? But you think about Darby, and he's so small. And Dean is so big. He probably had that dude's head tucked up in his armpit and never got near the fucking canvas.
No, he cradled him like a baby.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Looks so good too. That match in general was just really good. I was really entertained with that. But the finish I wrote down, I was like, holy shit, that was pretty dope. So that was my highlight.
Yeah, I was happy with the match. It didn't draw me like I expected it to. I've had other matches that both men have put on that have really brought me into the match. So I was kind of maybe expecting too much out of it.
Sure.
But I thought it was a really good exhibition between the two of them. Pretty cool.
It made me want to see like what more can these two do to each other.
Yeah, I'd like to see them get a little bit nuttier.
Also that day, the Scorpio Sky promo was pretty amazing.
Oh, fuck.
He's getting there. Scorpio
yeah.
Sky is such a good promo.
He's amazing, man.
And-
He was better than Jericho.
Oh, absolutely. He outshined
Yes.
Jericho 100% that night. And
Yeah.
Matter of fact, so Jericho's talking, he's doing his thing, and I just started fast forwarding. I cannot fucking handle this shit.
because you kind of know like the kind of shit he's gonna say and how he's gonna deliver it, and
What do we call him? He wasn't the
it's like blah blah blah,
He's
call
a-
back to old gimmick, blah blah blah.
Recycle. He's the
Rec-
Recycle King? Or
yeah,
what
the
did
king
he
of
say?
recycled gimmicks,
Yeah.
not the king of reinvention.
Yeah.
And then Scorpio Sky came out, and I started playing again. And I was like, man, he's so good, despite everything Jericho tries to do to fucking ruin this, because he's so fucking full of himself. And I don't think that's gimmick. It's by his delivery. You're not like, I mean, there are certain parts of it you're like, okay, I get what he's doing here, but there's other parts of it you're just all like, when you legit go on radio shows afterwards and say, when I stop feeling I'm the absolute best thing that happened on the show that night is when I'll stop wrestling, and I haven't got to that point. You're just thinking about all the shows he's been on, and you go, you thought you were the highlight.
Yeah, you thought you were the best that night? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Hey man, I wish I had that confidence. That's some confidence right there.
it's a good point. It's a good point. But yeah, Scorpio Skies, he's a fucking superstar, man.
They're building him up for sure.
He's got to. He's got to go straight to the top.
I don't know. I don't see him. I see him chasing it for a while. It's not going to be an easy path for Scorpio Sky, and I think that's just going to make that moment that much better.
Yeah, I think this is way too soon, and I'm not happy with it. But I think that they've done a really poor job of building up any world title defense, and what it means when you go for it. But any attempt at the world title, I feel like they've completely undermined by giving it such a short build with such high stakes and shit. Like the fact that Cody's first time ever going for it is like, yeah, if I don't win it, I'll never go again. All right, well, now I'm really disinterested in your product on whole.
Yeah.
Because I was interested in the idea of Cody working towards and fighting towards getting to that pinnacle. I wanted to see Cody as a world champion. If you were, as a product, not going to give me that, I have a lot less reason to watch it. There's other people I would like to hear about as a champion,
Yeah.
but not as many people I want to see become a champion. You know, and so I feel like they've done that. And then with Scorpio, he comes out in basically one promo, and all right, well, here you go, you get your shot, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
And he kind of did the Kofi line too. He's like, I've been working or waiting 15 years for this moment.
Yeah. But with that in mind, I think Scorpio Sky is the best they actually got on that entire roster. And it's not to downplay some of the other talent that I think are great. I just think that he's just getting started, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's just as far as faces goes right now, it's refreshing because if they were to bring in someone like Hangman Page or hell, even Dean Ambrose to go in there next, I would be kind of bored with that. So I'm kind of
I want to see someone chasing. No one's chasing it. Everyone's just doing a thing, getting a shot.
yeah, exactly. So I want to see now Scorpio Sky be the guy that chases it and really gives Jericho.
But he's got to hold down the tag team division as a tag champ. He's got other business to attend to.
Yes, yeah. He's only going to hold those titles for another couple months.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
You heard it here first.
What do you think about the Dark Order's little video? Didn't like it.
Nah.
I didn't like it at all.
So, producer here, I saw a picture that someone had of the 2K20 video game, and it had half of the face. I think it was like Mysterio, and like half the face, and I was like, oh my god, that looks like Dark Order. I was about to comment, but then I was like, oh wait, I don't want
No.
that Twitter
Oh man, you get
beef. But it definitely reminded me of it. I should show you guys. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Dark Order too. Like I like their in-ring work.
Okay.
I can appreciate that. It's just that was, and I think that's more of like the production of AEW's fault. It's just like they're not really giving us compelling stories or compelling characters.
I think no one there has a vision.
Yeah.
And I think that that's super clear.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think they're letting everybody try what they want to try to see if it works. No one's collaborating and working towards a vision of a character. This is what I think I want to try. Oh, let me try this thing. Darby's intro? Not a fan of that. His stupid little video that he made, overly dramatic with piano, black and white video that he clearly made himself so he can show people his little art project. I've seen 1 billion of these. Exact same things. I've made 4. Everyone does this. It doesn't need to be on fucking TV like this. Then he comes out in a body bag, bunch of weird skater dudes carrying him. They just leave him, and the whole entrance there, I was like, "You're thinking too much, man. You gotta like pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you're too much into this little part of it." And maybe that's why his match wasn't as good as I thought it could have been.
Makes me wonder if they're giving too much creative control to the talent, and maybe they have just like one writer there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
It's like maybe they need to get a team going on.
I actually would be surprised if they had a writer, honestly.
I don't think they have a writer at all.
They might not
at
have any
all.
writers, yeah.
No.
I think that they don't have, but I don't think that they have a solid vision from even the creators or the producers. I don't think even Cody's saying, "Here's what I think your character should do," or "What if your character did this," or "Have you ever thought about your character in this light?" I think they're all going like, "What do you want to see? What do you think? Oh yeah, go out there and make it happen." That's not gonna work all the fucking time.
It's gonna
Hell, that hardly works for Vince, and he's been doing it for 100 years.
yeah, that's gonna give you some like short-term, like good clout with the locker room. Sure, because
Yes.
you're giving him freedom, but ultimately, it's not the best thing to do for the company.
Exactly, and I think that's the problem with Tony Khan, as I've said before. He thinks he's one of the boys. He doesn't think he's the boss.
Yeah, that'll hurt him down the line.
It's gonna, dude. I think it's gonna be the downfall of the whole fucking thing. It's gonna crumble that way, and I don't want it to.
Yep, producer here. We definitely want to see this thing succeed, and we're really upset that that's not what we're seeing.
What'd you think of the Battle Royal? I fast forwarded through most of it.
Me too. I thought that they really did a disservice with their talent to have Billy Gunn
Do the Andre the Giant spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's big, but Jesus, guys.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but then I look at their roster and I'm like, well, they're a bunch of short fucks, so it makes sense.
Yeah, dude, that was like the funniest bit to me. It's like they just kind of like accidentally highlighted, yeah, we got a bunch of little tiny assholes and we don't know what to fucking do with them.
Yeah.
Even our trainers who haven't done it in a really long time could probably still kick the shit out of all of them. Like it really shit on their whole fucking roster there. And it just to me was funny because it's all like, I don't know what part they thought about this was getting over. I don't know who they thought they got over. Speaking of shit getting over, did you see that Bully Ray and Orange Cassidy video?
Mm-mm.
Oh, God, dude. It really bothered me.
I'll have to look it
Bully Ray did the fucking back and forth with Orange Cassidy. Little fucking taps. I'm like, you're fucking ECW, dude.
up. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, Cassidy comes over and gives him a little tap, and then he puts on his Dudley glasses because he's a fucking Dudley boy, and then does a little fucking tap. I'm like, you're EC fucking W?
You should be throwing this guy through a fucking table right now.
Yeah, this dude should be halfway across the audience as you just dart him.
You just need to yeet this motherfucker out of the ring.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It was really... Because I saw when he came up to him, Orange Cassidy was like, this is going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to fucking make this kid eat shit. And he did the whole thing back and forth, and I just fucking skipped the rest of the video. The first little tap, I was like, fuck this.
I've had enough.
Um,
Can I write down any downs? I'm sure.
also, the ring. Like, the actual prize for the Battle Royal.
Oh, that is stupid, man.
That's right? It's a class ring, right?
Yeah, basically.
And they're saying it's a $45,000 ring. I'm supposed to believe that?
No, maybe 450.
And then they started saying, like, they're speculating whether it's going to be, like, tossed around like a belt and then people will put it up and do all this shit. But that doesn't make any fucking sense if it's a fucking ring and it's $45,000.
So that's going to be their mid-card title?
Supposedly, it's
I hate
possibly
it.
going to be that.
I hate it.
How are you going to resize a $45,000 ring
Yeah.
when fucking Jungle Boy gets it after fucking Billy Gunn wore it for a month?
Unless they're gonna be like putting it on a necklace, which doesn't sound very
Oh,
cool.
that'd be cool.
I mean-
and they do a little kiss.
Okay.
No, that'd
No,
be
it's
stupid.
stupid, but I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, they could do that. Yeah, so all these Yeah. Oh, okay. So I do have a couple downs for AEW.
We just went through a few.
I'm going. I got
We
some.
didn't mean to.
Yeah,
So the
sorry.
Ray Phoenix, Nick Jackson, that was a down for me.
I fast forwarded through most of it. There was so much of that match I did not care
Dude,
about.
it was so my notes were spam party, super kicks, rolling cutters, bouncy shit. That's all that match was. Just back and forth, rolling cutters, super kicks, bouncy shit.
And here's the deal. If you like watching matches that are effectively like a video game in real life, that's fine. That's cool. This is where you're going to get that. Can we please stop pretending it's not that?
Yeah.
Let's stop pretending it's an elevated art form. It's a really cool gymnastics routine. It's a fight-nastics. That's cool by itself.
They are helping each other get to the top rope with their balance, walking on the ropes. Like they are actively assisting each other to do these spots, and that takes away from the fight, right?
Yeah, it's not a fight. It's fight-nastics, and I'm okay with that if that's what you like. It's not what I want in my wrestling, so this is why I don't like those types of matches, because to me it pulls me away from an actual competition.
Yeah. No, I can handle it in small doses.
I don't
But
mind good
this
spots
whole-
or great moves.
But the whole match was just that flow.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I stopped watching anything with the Jacksons in it.
Yep.
They don't know how to put psychology in their matches. They know how a video game laid out would look really cool.
Yeah.
They know how to choreograph this big fight scene as long as everybody's on the same page and working together. I'm not interested in that from a competitive standpoint or from an emotional standpoint. I'm not going to get wrapped up in someone like that. It's just not going to draw me in.
My other down for that night were the referees again.
Fucking these fucking refs, man.
The end of the private party and Proud. What are their names? Pride and Powerful.
Proud
Proud and Powerful. Proud and Powerful private party match.
Jesus Christ! Why
Botch
did they do
right
that?
there.
Why'd they have to say so many P's in there?
I know. I wrote down. Look, I literally wrote down
Peter Piper Pizza.
botch finish of PNP versus PP.
Yep.
And I wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Poop and pee versus pee pee. Yeah, the fucking botch shit with these fucking refs, man. They gotta get their head out of their fucking ass. The thing is it's so fucking clear to me that the back does not respect the refs. If the refs were respected amongst those people, they would have no fucking problem counting to 3 and saying, "You fucked up, kid. Kick out next time." Because if you don't count, it's on you. If they don't kick out, that's their spot they miss, not yours.
Yeah.
You look like a fucking idiot when you stop counting and go, I don't know. And then you sound like a goddamn idiot when you go, oh, they must not be the legal man in the ring.
All
and then
three-
they continue the fucking match with that person illegal in the ring.
All three of them looked like fucking idiots, though.
They
It
looked
wasn't
so
just a ref. Like the people, I can't even remember the guy's name. Cassidy, right? That was Cassidy.
Cassidy,
Yeah.
It was Orange Cassidy.
No, not Orange
It was,
Cassidy.
Not Orange Cassidy.
It was the other Mark, not Mark,
Mark-
the Juice. Was his
That's
name?
not Juice.
Isaiah Cassidy.
Isaiah Cassidy, yeah, with the pin, and like he turns around, and looks like, oh, what
Yeah,
do I
he's
do
like-
now? It's just, it
Yeah.
was really bad luck.
Yeah, he looked all confused, but that's just it. The ref didn't have to look stupid, but he joined in. He said, "This is what we do," because he also thought, if I fuck this up, I'm gonna get it in the back. He didn't think that he's gonna be supported in the back. There's no way.
not.
There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely too scared to do it, especially since this match was clearly to put over PNP, not PP, but PNP,
PNB and PP.
PNP.
But I mean, it wouldn't be so clear if it didn't happen with every fucking ref they have.
Oh yeah, no,
I mean, every ref has
every
fucked
ref's
up
a
a match.
goofball. Yeah.
And it's because they don't give a shit. They don't respect him. Hebner said something along those lines.
Yeah, he did. He didn't, and I think he didn't really mean to. He didn't mean to say it in a negative way, but it definitely was negative.
Yeah, he was just talking because they were
felt
asking
really
him
bad
about
for
how he
him.
felt about some of the match things, and he said, "Yeah, it'd be really. They really could use a lot if they would let me help train these guys and get them up to speed, but it's not really what they're looking for." And he's like, "So it's just fun to be out there," and you're kind of like, "What?" They don't want the rules getting in the way of their moves.
Yep.
Which, producer here, it just reminds me of dancing, which
Yeah.
I love dancing. I have been a dancer for 20 years, And when I see these refs, I actually looked back. I looked into the other stuff that they've done because some of them are dancers, and it's very evident. When you see a dancer dance, and you are a dancer, you can spot that. And so when I went back and I looked and I saw some of these matches where refs were dancing in the ring, that's fine, but that's not exactly the same thing as
Interesting.
classic, quote unquote classic wrestling. It's different. It's not bad. It's just different.
I never thought about that.
I don't understand why there has to be this divide. It's, there doesn't need to be a quote unquote war. It's just, this is what that is, exactly what Ref Marsh said. And that's fine, but don't say it is the exact same thing as this other brand.
Yeah, lean into it, y'all.
Yeah, lean into it. Be yourself, as we've said before. And, we can accept that. That's
So
cool.
we're talking to AEW refs?
Yeah. Yes.
Are
Yes.
used to be dancers, yes.
Man, that's so evident. Now looking back after you say that, just like the theatrics with their hand movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I love theatrics. I love burlesque. I love all that shit. But it is
Interesting.
very different. They're
Yeah.
different worlds.
Yeah.
And you can't come at it like an attack, because it's apples and oranges. It's like,
And as much as everyone wants to shit on Cornette, and I'm not against people shitting on Cornette, he's hard not to shit on.
I do it every morning.
It makes me really upset every time I agree with him. And I do think that in the realm of a world where we are trying to shut people up and not trying to conversate, I would say his last two podcasts give you an insight into the man you wouldn't otherwise have, and I think it's fair to hear him out after 40 years in the business. But I would say the thing that he brings up is that rings the most true to me out of all the shit that he says, that I go, I don't know about that, dude, is... I'm having a stroke. Oh, I agreed with him too much there.
oh my God.
Oh, fuck.
Your brain's like,
Oh, it's fighting it. It's fighting it.
That's a clip.
He says, yes, everyone knows it's a work.
Yeah.
And he goes, but it doesn't mean you have to make it a fucking joke.
Yeah.
And that I can get behind and understand and agree with where he comes from. And I think he gets so fired up, and he's even willing to, he's admitted it in one of his podcasts recently that he gets so fucking fired up, and he doesn't expect other fans to be as fired up and actually angry and as fucking mad and pissed off as he gets about it, because he lived it for so long. It's much more personal to him than it is to us.
Yeah.
I think that's also fair to understand.
Yeah.
That it's a personal attack to him because that's what he made his life for so long. Where to us, it's a thing we love, but it's not a personal attack if you put on a shitty match.
Yeah.
To him, when you make what he became so great at and the thing he loved the most a fucking joke, how's he supposed to look back on his life?
Yeah.
Right? That's crazy.
No, I totally agree. Again,
He's also said he thinks the moves are good and doesn't have a problem with the moves. He goes, and if they're stupid enough to do them and kill themselves, that's on them. He goes, but I don't care about them doing these moves. It's not the moves or the flips.
it's
He's
a lack of psychology and just...
Yeah, he says it's the fucking jokes they do later.
Yeah.
He's like, they're doing the moves on 9-year-olds. They're
It's-
doing the moves on sex dolls. He's like, that's the shit that drives them mental.
It's being disrespectful
Yeah.
is the thing, which other dance forms, you can have other dance forms. You just don't go say like, oh, you're that other kind of thing that we don't do, you're shit. That's not the way to go about it.
Yeah.
It's the showing a mutual respect.
Trying to figure out this whole time, I think the biggest problem I've been having with AEW is trying to figure out what the fuck they're doing here.
Yeah.
Because they keep saying a thing and putting on a different product.
Mm-hmm.
If you just told me up front what you were, it'd be easier to accept it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm fighting with what you're telling me you are, because you're not presenting it that way.
Well, there's a lot of people that still find their product to be about the wrestling and not about the entertainments. I don't know.
Did they put on a wrestling match last night?
Oh, well, they have dark.
No, just... This,
Oh.
he just... I got you, Mark.
Sorry,
I got
never
you.
mind.
Let me look here.
I mean,
Never
speaking
mind.
of like putting on a show, right? They're doing a Batman theme tomorrow.
They are doing a Batman theme. Also, Jim Ross said on commentary, if we're not careful, a wrestling match is going to break out here tonight. He said that a couple weeks back on Dynamite. If JR says that,
Wow.
then you guys have a lot less room to stand on than you think.
Yeah.
Your beloved JR. Red ass JR.
All right, let's move on to greener pastures here.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about some NXT.
So in the vein of talking about NXT, I feel like I should bring this up because it's funny to me, and I don't remember if I brought it up to you guys yet or not, but it was funny to me. So we're watching NXT, and the producer goes, "Why do they keep calling it the black and gold brand?"
Black and yellow, black
And I
yellow.
said, "Because Raw and SmackDown are blue and red." She goes, "Yeah, but isn't black and gold AEW?" And I was like, "Yeah, but they're not the black and gold brand because they're not part of WWE." She's like, "But they're black and gold."
But they
And I
are.
was like, "But they're AEW." And she goes, "Yeah, so aren't they the black and gold brand?"
No,
Like, they're not part of WWE.
I know that.
It was like a 10-minute argument about how NXT can be called black and gold brand and how AEW is not called one of the brands.
Well, and NXT precedes AEW. So they were the gold brand first.
Right.
Yeah.
But now NXT is...
I heard that. Jeez.
Now
shifting.
NXT is the official third brand.
That one went low. Let's get more
All
eggnog
right,
going.
Let's hurry up. There's not much time.
Just make sure that...
Yeah, you got the fan on?
But yeah, now this week, it's officially the third brand of WWE. I don't think it's any longer considered developmental.
I think that was the entire purpose of this month.
Absolutely, 100%.
And I
They
think that
saw
was-
their numbers and were like, you know what, we need to get the hype real for this show.
Did you watch all of Raw?
I missed the last hour per usual.
That's fine.
I saw what happened with Seth Rollins though, and I'm kind of we'll talk about that.
That's
We'll
cool.
get yeah.
I was just wondering because they put on a commercial that said, if it effectively said, if you like this Survivor Series, then you have to watch NXT live on Wednesday.
Yeah. I
And
saw
I was
that
all
commercial.
like, okay.
Yep.
I was like, if it wasn't clear yet, please watch
Watch
NXT
NXT.
on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
They're just fucking begging you.
Oh my god.
It was really funny.
I should have and I came into Survivor Series early on expecting it was going to be more of a Raw or SmackDown win.
I thought it was going to be SmackDown. I really did think SmackDown was going to get the most wins, but I had a feeling that they might tie with NXT.
Yeah.
Because that's where I was going with it. It's like they really need to solidify NXT, but they also need to show that Fox SmackDown really fucking panned out for them.
Well, okay, so I think how it ended up. We'll get there. We're talking about Survivor Series now.
yeah,
so
we'll get
there.
We got NXT.
We got NXT on Wednesday.
I liked it opening with Becky and Rhea.
Dude, she got such a huge pop coming out when that crowd heard her music. Ooh,
Becky?
boy. Yeah, Becky Lynch.
And then the crowd was like confused. They didn't know how to take it anymore.
Yeah, Becky, what?
They tried to boo her because she's main roster. Then she goes, "It's good to." It's like been a long time, and they're all like, "Oh wait, yeah, you were! Oh my god!"
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't know how to handle that. But
Yeah.
she cut a good promo. Rhea Ripley that is apparently the next big thing for women's. Yeah?
Yeah, I'll say what everyone's thinking too.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much...
Fuck Rhea Ripley. She's the worst. Just kidding. That's fucking true.
No. We're not.
What did she even do this week? I don't even remember seeing her.
What did she do this week? Jesus.
Let's see. Oh, I did like the Riddle Ricochet business. I did like that a bunch of the shit was ending in these fucking schmazzes because I thought it made kind of a little fire for Survivor Series. I think a lot of people were upset by people interfering, but I thought, no, it looks like fucking chaos.
It kind of needed to happen. Yeah, I mean, the invasion angle for NXT was... It got a little out of hand towards the end, but that's just because it was happening every week.
Yeah.
But that was the angle. I mean, that's what they were trying to push. So
Stop.
I liked it.
I liked it.
So, yeah, I liked it. The other thing, too, about the NXT that I liked was the Dominic Dijakovic versus Adam Cole. The ladder match.
Am I looking at the right fucking show here?
What?
Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Because you just saw the Kairi Sane Io Shirai standoff.
Yeah, but I didn't see that ladder thing
Okay.
happen, and there was part of me that was like, "There's no fucking way he's gonna bring up that mediocre match and not bring up Revival and
Oh,
Undisputed Era
yeah.
first."
I have that. Okay,
was
so
like-
I have that note. I was looking for that, and I was like, I have that note somewhere. I think I accidentally deleted it.
Dude, the fact the crowd was chanting tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Undisputed versus Revival, the kiss my ass finish.
Oh my god.
I fucking
Kiss
love
my ass.
Kiss my
Boom.
ass. Boom.
Out.
I love it. To me, that just made him like go out very strong.
Oh, that was
So
fucking
strong.
so good. This match was perfect.
Oh.
It was absolutely perfect from top to bottom. It was insane.
Yep.
Yeah, and then like I don't know if you saw, but there was a little video afterwards when they were walking back where the crowd was chanting "Please don't go."
Oh no, I didn't.
Revival walking out.
I'm sure they didn't want to leave either.
Yeah.
You get that kind of crowd every night. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, and I mean it was amazing. Yep, Stackhouse says he thought the ladder match was way too short, but the tag match was fire.
Yeah.
Stackhouse.
So the thing about the ladder match for me is more of a testament.
It wasn't a shit show. I'm not saying that.
It wasn't a shit show, but it was just a testament of Adam Cole's endurance at the start because he had a hell of a week. Whew. He had a hell of a month. Let's be real.
Yeah, they called him Mr. November, and it's hard to argue.
It's hard to argue that.
I just wish he had two muscles. For fucking world champion, I just want two muscles on his arms.
Vince McMahon saw Adam Cole, and then he saw Keith Lee, and he's like, "What the fuck?
What are we doing down there?"
Oh man. Yeah, the match was. It was all right. I liked it. I like those.
It wasn't a bad match. I was just saying that I was so blown away by the Undisputed Revival. Just like, I just really want to say, just want to get this out of the way. I just want to talk about it right up front. And then you brought up the ladder match. I was like, what?
Wait, you just totally skipped it.
What the fuck are you? What?
I totally missed it in my notes. It was on my top too, so I apologize.
Dude, I even love Seth Rollins coming into NXT and getting in a little back and forth with Adam Cole.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
That was so dope, man. Seth Rollins is here.
I've been like, yay. But now I'm kind of behind Seth Rollins again after last night.
It's hard not to, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it should have been a bigger sign, but Keith Lee just dominating McIntyre, right? And then he fucking slams him, and McIntyre's like, boom, off the fucking canvas and then back on out. I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, why would they do McIntyre like that? That's all I could think. And then watching a week, you're like, oh, they're really setting up.
They're really on Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Good for him too, because
Yes.
he's had like a start and stop kind of run at NXT so far. So I'm glad that he got the spotlight and got this kind of exposure.
What?
Nothing. I'm agreeing with him.
No, you have a horrible joke. in
No,
your
I don't
head.
have a horrible anything.
Except gas. Horrible gas.
Got shifts.
Got movements in here.
You didn't let me change my pants. I would have put on baggier pants. These are too tight. These are too tight for what I'm doing right now. You want to talk about basking in the glory? Boo! Boo!
But yeah, Keith Lee. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm
My
excited.
problem with Adam Cole is his matches all go as you expect them all to go.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's my problem is that I haven't seen a match of his apart from the first one where I went, oh, that's an Adam Cole match. That wasn't just another Adam Cole match after that. And I think it's my problem with them is it's just always like, okay, so they're going to do this whole thing and too many false finishes for my taste. Especially when it's every fucking match you're ever in. Like, you've not had the chance to look dominant. How can your finish being kicked out of mean anything yet? Yeah, you haven't really established that it meant anything to begin with. So all the false finishes, the cookie cutter match back and forth. It's the same reason I don't enjoy watching most of Roman matches, even though I like Roman.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch his matches because it's like I know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Except Roman with Baron, for whatever reason, works.
Yeah.
But that's my problem with Adam Cole is I understand where everyone's coming from about him being such a hard worker and all this stuff. I'm not interested in his matches at this point.
I think I get the feeling that they're going to be shifting away from Undisputed dominating NXT. Either
That
because
could be
they're
interesting.
going to bring them up, or whatever. But I think after this display of the other talent, now they have legitimacy to bring him into the title picture and have him win the title. I don't know about the tag teams though. There's
Who are you talking about? Adam Cole?
well, like Keith Lee going up against Adam Cole, taking the title away.
Oh,
from Adam
yeah,
Cole.
yeah. But
I'm talking about contenders, but yeah, Adam Cole's definitely gonna get called up.
Who's he going to defeat for the world title? Brock or Bray? Because I don't see him getting in a title picture against anyone that he can.
No. No, what I'm saying are the other talent taking the NXT. I'm talking about Undisputed losing their belts and moving on to the main roster or to SmackDown or Raw, right? And I'm talking that this month really not really built up, but showed us other people that could potentially take the belts away from them.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
I don't think there's as much of a place on Raw or SmackDown for Adam Cole as there is in NXT.
Probably,
I think him going to Raw or SmackDown would be the end of him as we know it. And I don't think that it's not because they're not behind him or don't like him or trust him. I think that we saw him against Daniel Bryan and that went well. We saw him against Seth Rollins and that was better than expected, but still, I don't think it would have been a believable win if he had gotten it. There's too much incredible talent with guys who do what he does at a larger size that I think he's going to have to get lost in the shuffle. I don't think he's the Rey Mysterio giant killer type.
Sure.
And so I think that he needs to stay in NXT, and I think good for him that NXT has become what it has become, because I think there's a couple dudes like Gargano and Adam Cole that I want a bunch of success for, but I don't see how they would fit in another group of talent.
Right.
At least not those groups of talent. So I think him staying in NXT and being like a next Ciampa or Gargano with these long-term storylines that go back and forth, I think would be best for him.
Sure. No, I agree.
I mean, the tag team, Fish and O'Reilly, they could go up to the main roster tag team and fit in nicely, I think.
But you can't break up Undisputed. It's hard to break them up, dude, because they work so
Maybe.
well together.
Maybe.
But I think also O'Reilly and Fish would just be able to...
I don't think there's a tag team division they couldn't do well in.
Yeah, I think they can handle themselves. Character-wise, too.
And are they being overshadowed by Adam Cole? Are they not?
Sure.
Are they considered the other two dudes because they're not given the chance to shine?
I wouldn't go that far because their matches are awesome.
Their matches are incredible, which lets you know that they could, but are they getting it?
Yeah, that's true.
You know? Like, the potential's definitely there, the talent's there, but every time Mike comes near him, Adam Cole snatches it out of their hands. And I'll be honest, I know it's not the popular thing to say, I don't think Adam Cole's promos are fucking killer. I think they're good. I think he cuts a good promo, but people talk about him like having these amazing promos, like it's the end-all be-all of promos, and I don't get that at all from him. He just cuts a good promo.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
And maybe the other guys would too if they got a chance. I just don't know. But I will say that what I think part of the dynamic of Undisputed Era that I think works the most is I don't think it's by design, but for me, Adam Cole looks like the weak link in that group, and it looks like the rest of the group carries the weight for him, so he can shine like he's a top contender. Which I don't know if it's by design, but I like that dynamic of the group.
Yeah.
He's always the last one in on War Games. He's always the last one to be tagged in a tag match. Everyone does all the heavy lifting, so he can come in and take all the glory.
I mean, okay.
It's not to say he doesn't work.
In his defense, he did try to go out earlier in War Games, and Roddy's like, I got this.
Oh, yeah, and he really put up a fight after that?
In his
He was
defense,
like, no.
Marsh, in his defense, he's like,
Yeah.
let me go first. Roddy's like, no, I got this. Okay.
Yeah. Thank God. Oh, God damn it. That was fucking close. Fucking close, man. He almost
called me out on it.
He almost let me go, dude. Did you see that shit? Fuck that guy.
Fuck Roddy.
Yeah. Dude, I also like Ciampa and Rollins going at it before on the end of NXT. I liked a bunch of that stuff. If I gotta say some shit about it, which I don't know if I've said negative things already.
I don't even know if I wrote anything negative for NXT.
I'm just trying to think here what was not good.
I think
Even Kaylee Ray versus Dakota Kai was much better. I thought it was gonna be. I was not a big fan of Kaylee Ray. I saw the only match I really seen her in was the Toni Storm match where I was like I couldn't believe she won because I didn't think she shined like a big champ, but she did good in that match.
Now after NXT and Survivor Series or Takeover, I meant to say. She really impressed me.
Yeah.
I thought her work in War Games was really good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I thought her work here with Dakota Kai was really good. I thought the Viking Raiders versus Forgotten Sons. I think a lot of people that was so good. I think people were giving it shit, saying like Forgotten Sons shouldn't have had such a good. Like they put up too much of a fight.
I'm actually liking Forgotten Sons more and more.
I like them a lot. From the first time I saw them, I was like, these guys look like a bunch of assholes who will beat the shit out of you for no good reason.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way in wrestling in my book.
And they're really holding back Jackson Ryder too, or Riker, Jackson
Yeah.
Riker, because he can definitely be a singles guy.
Oh yeah, he's been in a few singles matches that were incredible, but they're really they've got him holding back on it. I don't know why, but I thought this was a good way to get a good longer match out of Viking Raiders that was also believable. Because if you're gonna tell me a couple of dudes can kick out of the early onslaught of the Viking Raiders, it's a couple of big bad asshole Marine guys. That I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe those are the type of dudes to take a beating and then stand up and say, "I'll take more of that, please."
Yeah. Sir.
Yeah, sir, yes, sir. So I was into that too. I guess if I had to say a thing about NXT that I really didn't like was just the overall predictability of the Adam Cole ending.
Oh yeah. I
Just
mean,
as soon as they put that ladder there, it was like, oh, Dijakovic's going to go up on that side, and Cole's going to be on the other side, and then he's going to hit him and then knock him backward. And
well,
then,
it's anytime you set up a match with a stipulation to give a team an advantage in another match, you know the heels are gonna win.
Yeah.
Like that's predictability right there.
true.
You know the heels are gonna win because if you give the faces the advantage, what the fuck are you even having the match for? Anyway, rant.
Good point. You can't come out from under when you're on top.
Yeah. Quote that.
Woo-doo. Let's see, SmackDown.
Skipped. But say your piece and
I liked the women. All the women in there, I thought did a really good job together.
Yeah. Yeah, you like all the women in there?
Yeah, it was cool to see Dana Brooke and was it Mela and Nikki all get some shine.
Yeah.
Tony Storm. Was it Logan? I thought the that match that was leading up to the NXT kind of invasion thing. I thought that was pretty good. Sasha Banks versus Flair versus Ripley. Oh man, that finish. Did you catch that finish?
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair's in the
was
figure
amazing,
eight.
yeah.
And Rhea slides in and holds her down.
And then does like
As she's holding her down the crucifix, she's like puts her hip up to put more pressure on Sasha's leg.
So she's like submitting Sasha and pinning her at the same time. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
so
pretty
she
dope.
used this ultra leverage on it so she couldn't move, and you just see like Sasha even go like, ah! It was really cool.
That was dope. Probably one of the most unique finishes I've seen in years.
Oh yeah, what a great finish to pull on a Charlotte no one's ever thought of.
Producer here, I liked it just because it showed me more character for Rhea, because I wasn't a huge fan of Rhea's, but it kind of made me think, oh, okay, so she's like super sneaky and smart. Cool.
Dude, have you seen
I get
her
it.
3 years ago? She is
Yeah.
Cool.
200% different than what she was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Yeah.
the change that she's gone through.
New IC title.
New IC title, that's definitely on my top
I like
for
it.
the week.
I like it a lot.
There's some touches that they could have done to make it a little bit better. For example, I've seen somebody throw on the white strap and then fill in some of the black with blue. Looks amazing. Because it's all black and gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the two side plates, the two side plates are black, or they have like the black markings, whatever. If you want to bring it up, I can show you. Anyway, they fill them in with blue to give it some blue accents. I think it looks much better with the blue accents, but overall, I really like the new IC title design. Some people shat on it like right away when it first released.
Yeah. Intercontinental.
Intercontinental.
I liked it a lot because I will say it was the last title to get a new look.
Nope. Yeah, I should write new. Okay, so like the global behind the W on the side plates and even in the middle, blue.
This did blue.
Yeah. The water right
This
there,
is
blue.
cool.
Oh, that is not bad.
That's nice.
Actually, no, I don't like it.
Well, I just think it's always nice to see a different look of a title that you've
Yeah.
seen before, right?
Yeah.
But
No, overall, the design is really cool. Makes me want them to redesign the world titles.
oh, that's a cool one someone made. Yeah, I mean, because then it has like a shout out to the old. But I like the new look. I think that it's about time. I did think it was a little weird. Is this the one you're talking about?
No, because it's literally this with the white strap. They threw in a white strap and then they colored in. It was on Twitter, so you might not find it.
Yeah, Twitter's impossible, man. I won't be able to find it without getting shit on somewhere along the way.
But yeah, when the day that it came out, It was a hot topic. A lot of people were not feeling it.
I think it was a spiteful thing.
Some of them had some valid reasons, but yeah, a lot of it was spiteful. Of course, people brought up the theory, and this asshole did it too.
It's so funny.
Of them changing it to spite Cody Rhodes' success because he brought in the new IC title
When he brought back the white strap.
when he brought back the white strap. False. If they were going to do something like that, they would have done it a long time ago, I think. But again, that's just petty too. That's just super petty.
I mean, I guess it's possible someone could be that petty, but it's funny to me, I think, either way, just because, for one, belts don't get made that fast.
No.
This was a decision that was made a long time
Yeah.
ago. Also, a new belt for WWE that's going to be carried around for a long time also takes a really long fucking time. It takes so long that The Rock's Brahma Bull belt that was custom made for him to bring out
Didn't even make it in time.
never made it to TV because he
Yeah.
wasn't the champion by the time they were done with it.
Yeah. I know.
If you can think about a period of time where Rock wasn't a champion, that was the time frame that the belt was done.
It's like around the time Mankind held it or something.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I have a hard time buying that this was a spite move.
That's ugly.
These are some bad ones.
Fucking Stardom looking ass belt.
Yeah, but I like the look of it. I do think it was funny that our friends over at American Rebel Cigars thought that it looked shockingly like the AEW tag titles.
No, it looks to me. I mean, if we want to draw up some similarities, 24/7 title.
100%. Someone said like all the comments on there were just like hard no, not even close.
Yeah.
Someone's like, have you seen the 24/7 title or the cruiserweight title?
Yeah.
Because it's a kind of a mix of those. Yeah, it was. I also thought hard pass, not even close. But hey, I appreciate what you're trying to do. I do think it's a really nice belt.
Looks nice.
I think it's really cool, and I do think it's a little 24/70 with the Intercontinental and the Circle thing. Well, you know, it is
But
what it is.
looks
People are gonna
good.
hate on it. I like it. I think it's also really cool with Shinsuke holding it, giving it a new look.
It's a nice. So
Something's gonna happen, man. Something's gonna happen.
Brian summons
Kind of like rite of passage.
Brian's versus Miz. The right
Yeah,
passage.
you're gonna be bathed in it, man. You're gonna be baptized in the butt dust. It's one of them dry baptisms.
What else we got?
See, Shayna Baszler, Roman. Shorty G finally taking off his shirt to wrestle a full match was really exciting. Did you notice how Carmella comes out and it says Fabulous C? And then you look at it, like I don't have to get the picture side by side.
Oh.
Her SmackDown outfit looked like Shorty G's fucking
Oh no.
almost could have been.
Oh well.
Still SmackDown, yeah?
Yeah.
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 But that's about all that was highlighted to me on SmackDown.
Yeah.
The rest of it was just kind of good little spots here and there. Bray Wyatt does not answer Daniel Bryan summons Bryan versus the... Oh, I didn't like that.
So originally the setup for Survivor Series was supposed to be The Miz versus The Fiend. And I'm glad that they asked that. Yep.
Yeah, that was the rumor. I don't know that it was or not because I have no reason to believe it was. Bailey called out Shayna.
Bailey took it this week. Bailey took it this week. We'll just say that.
That was a fucking bummer, man.
Yeah. So, all right, that's it for SmackDown.
Yeah, that's it for SmackDown as far as highs and lows.
Fuck it. Let's go to.
I like new belts, man. I like them. I mean,
what
not
the
always.
hell are you writing? NXT SmackDown?
Yeah. You didn't watch NXT SmackDown this week?
No, I did not watch NXT SmackDown.
Man, you're not watching the same
Jesus
shit I'm watching.
Christ,
You gotta get on my level, man.
No kidding.
I multitask.
This is NXT SmackDown.
Oh wait, NXT Takeover is what we call it, right?
It's called the War Games.
Oh my God, really?
The
What
War.
a shitty name.
The War of Games.
No,
Who
you
names
gotta-
shit that?
You gotta say it right.
Oh, NXT
War
Yeah.
Games.
There we go.
NXT Takeover. War.
If I had to give a big highlight, I would say Kevin Owens coming out.
Yeah.
pretty
Kevin
fucking
Owens
cool.
coming out was definitely the highlight of the show. That got the biggest pop. People freaked out. Kevin Owens kind of freaked out. Backstage, he's like, "Oh shit! I wasn't expecting that." It comes out,
That's awesome.
and it was, I guess, looking back, hindsight with the attack on Monday, because he got attacked by Undisputed on Monday Raw.
On Raw.
So, yeah.
Which I wanted to bring up, we didn't talk about, perfectly falls in line to my ongoing 4-year development of KO and Triple H storyline, in which it culminates in KO retiring Triple H.
Triple H.
Because Triple H was trying to bring in KO. Undisputed Era jumps him, and he goes over to Adam Cole, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And Adam Cole's like, "Whatever, dude, whatever." Because he's like an idiot. I'm a champ.
Those were the worst impressions ever.
I mean, that was quote word for word
That was pretty much identical to what happened.
what Adam Cole said.
Like, you don't have to YouTube it, you just watched it.
But yeah, KO coming back was awesome. I definitely marked out because I was like, all right, who's it going to be? Are they swerving us with Gargano's injury? Is that just a work? No, it's not. That's legit.
Yeah.
Dream is obviously still down because I imagine he would have been in one of the slots for War Games if he was healthy.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I think excites me to see when he comes back, to see the fire that's lit under his ass. Because when you got to come back to this, there's no fucking floundering now, dude.
Yeah, buddy. Like he was big when NXT was still like the developmental, like cool indie kind of thing. No, now you're on big time shit.
Yeah.
Get
You wanted to be called up? Well, guess what? Everyone just got called the fuck up.
Everyone just got called the fuck up.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Yep.
Let's see, Balor beat Riddle, which I liked.
Yep. Had to happen. You had to have Balor win this.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
So it makes me wonder now, where does Riddle go next? Is Riddle going to beef with Roddy Strong? I think so. I think that's where he should go.
Yeah, let's see, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, Pete Dunne, Killian Dane, and Damian Priest.
The psychology. We were talking about that in text message.
Yeah. That match was so good.
Pete Dunne was just like sticking to his fucking plan all night long.
And like the fact that he's half dead, he's barely there, and he's like, "Fingers," and then Damian Priest's like, "Fuck off of me."
Get out of here.
Yeah, and he's like, "Ugh."
That's awesome.
I saw a Reddit thread of people like imagining moments in Pete Dunne's life where he's inadvertently trying to break people's fingers.
And like instinctively he's going
Yeah,
for
just
fingers.
it's just an instinct. He's talking about like on his wedding day, holding your hand and just like prying 2 fingers apart slowly.
Slips the ring on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really cool
was-
match.
That match was pretty good though. It was.
I'll be honest with you, I preferred that match to the match we got at Survivor Series with Pete Dunne.
Oh, for sure. But dude, Adam Cole was just like dead at that point.
Step up or get out of the fucking way.
He did step up.
Oh,
dude.
yeah? A fucking Cena would have put on 5 stars every fucking night, man.
Okay. Damian Priest looked really good coming into that too. I thought. I think Damian Priest came out looking better than Killian Dane,
I think so too, yeah. Yeah, I definitely remember more.
especially with him being included in Team NXT the following night, Survivor Series.
Yeah, they didn't do much with him, and we'll get there, I
We'll
think.
get there, but
Let's see, we got the War Games match with the women. Oh. Team Ripley beats Team Baszler.
I was surprised. I thought with the Dakota Kai heel turn,
That was cool.
which was really cool. Yeah, they didn't really. There wasn't a whole lot of build to it. It was like a 2-week build, I guess, with her getting
Doesn't take that long to snap.
excluded from the team. Yeah, but it makes me wonder. Like, so did Mia Yim not see her attacker? Did she just like blink from behind or something? And because she was there and she was gonna go into the ambulance with her. So like, did she attack her?
I didn't get the impression she had, but maybe she did. I know that Mia tweeted later, like, "I know who did it, and I'm coming for him." And so I was like, all right.
So was it Dakota or not?
I don't know. Maybe it was, and maybe she recognizes Dakota was trying to save face.
Yeah.
I mean, that was part of it. He was like, "It's obviously because you tried to ride with me, you idiot."
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like when you fart and then go, "Oh, What was that smell? Couldn't have been me.
Whoever smelled it dealt it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like one of those. Or where you wait, right? You fart and you let someone bring it up and go, oh, it must have been you. Like you just plant it for them. You know.
Are you trying to set me up for something that's going to happen in a few minutes?
God.
You've been warned.
Yeah.
There's only so many options I have available
Is
to
this
me.
a warning?
There's only so many options.
But that heel turn from Dakota Kai was pretty brutal looking, man. She went after that leg of Tegan Nox and effectively took her out of the match
Yeah, it was pretty good.
entirely.
You're so lucky the fireplace behind you is not lit.
Actually,
Yeah.
probably be better if it was. Burn it out. You know what I mean? Like a lit match.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
So the
Can you imagine though if the fire was on and then suddenly it just kicks out?
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened? Don't know. Breeze.
Just keep going.
Yeah. Sometimes logs go out, man. Science. Get on
So the
it.
team was just. God, who is Rhea
Cam-
Ripley,
Candace.
That was it. Well, no, there's a third one.
There's a third. It was Tegan, Candace, Dakota. What? Tegan Nox, Dakota Kai. Oh, it was 4.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
just the 2.
Oh yeah, because it was a 4. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they effectively win a 2 versus 4 match. I was surprised. I thought the heels were just gonna flat out win.
Yeah. I thought they were gonna pull it out. I thought the faces were gonna give them a fight.
Yeah.
But I did think that it was pretty cool to see Shayna get pinned. I liked the trickery with the handcuff.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I really liked the fucking observance of the rules and how she slams her down on the chair and then even though it was weird and awkward gets the chair out from because her arm was barely on shoulder was barely on the chair, yanks the chair out and gets it out and pushes the shoulders flat because we do 3 counts here, bitches.
Rhea's good.
Rhea's good. Yeah.
She's pretty good. She is, in my opinion, probably the next women's champion. First time UK and main
Yeah.
women's champion.
Yeah, I could see that. Especially because I'd like to see Shayna move on to do some 4 Horsewomen stuff with Ronda Rousey, who I still believe is coming back. Because I don't buy that shit that she wants a baby. No one wants babies.
Yeah, I mean, the rumors are Vince is so high on Shayna Baszler now.
Mm-hmm.
She just came out looking super good, so they
What did,
love it.
what did she do this week?
Yeah, what did she do this week?
Yeah, she fucking lost War Games.
She lost, yeah,
Idiot.
but she's just good, man. She puts on good matches. She's a great promo,
Yeah.
and she's legitimately good in the ring.
And she looks fucking mean.
Yeah, she looks fucking mean.
And that fucking, reverse clover leaf.
What does she do? You fucking
Didn't-
idiot.
That fucking reverse clover leaf where then she just cranks them up. And they're just like,
That's Rhea.
"Ah!" What?
That's Rhea. We're talking about Shayna.
You said Shayna?
Yeah, we're talking about Shayna.
Yeah.
Well, the fuck's her deal?
We're talking
Rhea's
about
the good one, I thought we said.
We're talking about 4 horsewomen now.
Yeah.
Dude, we literally were like, we were setting up the 4 horsewomen. And I don't give. Yeah, you got.
There's a lot happening right inside of me.
Yeah, you're literally talking about Ronda Rousey having
Yeah.
a baby.
She doesn't want that baby.
Yes.
That baby's not happening.
And then you switch back to Rhea Ripley right
She's
after
so
that.
Rhea Ripley's just so good.
But she's not a full horseman.
She's not a 4 horsewoman. But no, Shayna, yeah.
Yeah, she looks okay.
She's all right.
Yeah, and she looks mean.
I imagine she will drop the title by next TakeOver.
That'd be nice.
That's my prediction.
I want to see her lose it to Bailey.
Not going to happen. It's going to be Rhea Ripley, 100%. I would be really surprised if it was any other woman to take that title. Let's be real, because she's pretty much decimated everybody single-handedly. Candice LeRae, I mean, she's beating the crap out of everybody on her team for War Games, except for Kaylee Ray.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley's like the only one that will come in with legitimate clout and legitimate.
Yeah. I think so. I agree with that. I think the men's NXT. The one thing I thought was a bit bummer about KO coming in is I didn't feel like he showcased or was as strong a presence as I was hoping he would be. But I think that's also probably the right call. Because in my mind, I was like, Kevin should just go in there and beat the shit out of everybody. But it's probably the right call to have him go in there, do some things, but pull back and let these guys shine.
Yeah, no, he went out there just to level the playing field
Yeah.
and not to take the spotlight away from the real stars like Keith Lee.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Keith
guess
Lee, as the producer calls him, NXT's Stackhouse.
NXT Stackhouse. Woo, man, Keith Lee. Keith Lee.
You don't know what just happened, but something horrible just
Did
happened.
that happen? Did you like time when I went? Woo!
Oh, god damn it!
So I'm keeping my nose is kind of clogged right now, and I'm just kind of
Did you want tea?
no.
Did you want some tea?
No,
We'll make you hot tea. If
I
you
want a
No.
gas mask right now.
that's fine. So anyway, I'm trying to keep this show going while I'm in a just cloud of
baptized.
yeah. I mean, baptized right now.
Baptismal for
My eyes are starting to get watery. Anyway,
a little bit.
yeah, teardrop falling. NXT though stole the week again. The takeover. I don't know who the hell. I mean, we know who produces and who writes this.
Burnt leather.
I don't know like why they can't give us the same quality that a takeover does on a consistent basis for the main pay-per-views. God damn it, man! Because every time there's a NXT takeover and then a main pay-per-view following that, takeover wins hands down every time.
I'd say most times, not every time.
Give me an example of
Mania. Mania was way better than Takeover this year.
okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, Mania, yeah. Okay.
But I can't say it a bunch of other times. Rumble for me was better than the Takeover that year, just
Not
because
for
I
me.
was there.
Not for me, because I went to both.
I went to both too. I was
And
second
like,
row for both. But to me, the visceral reaction
Yeah.
that I got during Rumble was unlike anything I had felt at a wrestling event.
Okay.
And the win when Becky got it to me was so big, my heart just about exploded. I had to like sit down and like take a bunch of deep breaths. I think you can see me on there because the people who sat in front of me like got up and they're like, I gotta fucking take a walk. You know what I mean, I was like, yeah. And I think you can see me during the match afterwards just going like, because it was just all like, so fucking excited. But I would say apart from the fact that the emotion was there, which I mean, God, dude, that's what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you like to be moved that way. Match by match, probably Takeover had better matches by matches. But as far as like my emotional investment and payoff, it was just bigger in Rumble.
Sure.
But yes, I would say that the wrestling of the night was better on Takeover, but the moments were bigger in the Rumble. But apart from that, I would say WrestleMania had a better showing of both than that Takeover. But those are the only two examples I can come up with of Takeover not steamrolling
That's
the others.
fair.
But it just means also what that means is they're capable.
Yeah, they're capable of doing some good shit. So anyway, Takeover is amazing. I loved it. Marsh is struggling so bad right now.
No, this is good. Things have changed for the better.
He is on the struggle bus. And I'm sure like he's kind of eyeballing the bathroom because it's like in the corner over there. I'm sure he's like kind of looking at it like, soon. Soon.
Soon you will be mine.
But Team Ciampa winning the War Games.
That was cool.
That was good. That was good.
Okay, here's my big complaint about that.
Okay.
And that show. Of all the goodness that was going on there and all the cool shit, that final bump, the final finish, it didn't have to fucking happen.
It didn't have to go down that way.
It didn't. It was unnecessary.
Risky, dude.
It was so fucking risky.
Yeah.
When they were up there and I'm watching, I was like, man, they're about to fall. They can't get their footing right. They're trying so hard to make it work, and
I got
they
anxiety
forced it.
through the setup. Like them setting
Through
up,
the
I was
setup.
like, oh my god, dude, what the fuck are
And
they
then
doing?
watching it come down, I was like, right before he jumps, I was like, I don't fucking like it. I don't like this at all. And she's like, why? And I was like, I can't think of a safe way to come down.
Yeah.
Not like that. There's other ways you can see where it's like, that's the safest way to get down. But this one was like, there's no good way to come down. I was like, I don't know what they're going to do to come down well or safe at all. And then they came down and went, oh, you don't.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Yeah.
You just fucking hope that you don't break each other's spines. And the best that Ciampa could do was all he could do, and he did it, was he fucking cranked on Cole's neck.
To make sure he was like tucked up.
Tucked up,
like this.
had his
yeah.
entire arm underneath his neck to make sure that if the one thing that's not gonna fucking happen is you're not landing on your fucking neck tonight.
Yeah.
But if his spine fucking busted, there's nothing anyone could have done about it.
Yeah. Because
You know?
because Adam Cole took the brunt of Ciampa's weight on top of him on the fall. So
And
it-
Ciampa hit on his fucking tailbone.
Yeah. It was just why?
It was just
Why did you-
unnecessary
Why did
risk.
you write that into the match?
It just didn't have to happen.
No.
That could have been the end of both your careers.
That would definitely shorten their bump card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for what? What was your huge payoff?
For their Shane McMahon moment.
Oh, dude, Shane's so good.
You're like, oh, if you put it that way, shit.
Okay, producer here, but Shane is like heavily padded. Everyone knows
He wears
that.
padding.
That's true.
Try
He
to
actually wears padding
protect.
under his shirt. The other thing that they do is they put a crash pad under the table, and the other thing they do on top of there is he almost never hits the fall to make sure no one else gets hurt. He just does it. He goes, I'll dive on this thing, I'll break a rib, whatevs, have a couple months off, and then that's that. That's why he always does those things and gets time off, because like he's gonna break a rib. And
He
there's no way
always
about it.
breaks your rib.
He always breaks a rib.
Always.
That's just part of the gimmick. So it just didn't have to happen with these dudes. I don't know if Ciampa was trying to prove I'm not injury prone, but I just wish that they didn't do that because it didn't have to happen. And what's going to end up happening is people who aren't good enough to get through that are going to try shit like that to have their Ciampa moment.
Well, that's what they're doing is they're conditioning us to believe that there's going to be one big top of the cage spot per War Games match. I mean, they even did it for the women's. Io Shirai did a freaking moonsault.
Yeah, but she came down relatively safe for a moonsault.
Well, yeah.
And then she rolled through. It was beautiful.
No,
It's insane.
The point is they are making it clear that War Games has required one top of the cage or spot.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be a matter of them coming up with like new and exciting and dangerous ways to do a spot off the top of the cage. So ultimately, that's not good because they're just going to have to keep raising
Yeah.
the bar again and again and again.
I mean, it's what happened with Foley and Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. After that, it was like,
What happened?
Well, they just had that match.
Oh yeah, okay.
But then it was like, how does anyone after that top it? And then it got so far that everyone else had to say, we as a community have to agree to never try to top
Didn't
that.
Shane McMahon top that by falling off the stage? Like, didn't he
The
go
Titantron?
up the Titantron? Like, didn't he go up even higher? Yeah. See, they just go fucking crazy. Shane is pretty cool though.
Yeah, Shane is all right. Oh my God, it didn't start with that, did it? Why is this the list? Why you gotta do this shit to me?
We're moving to Survivor Series.
Yeah, unless there's anything else. Like I said, that was my big down on the night was I wish they didn't do that. That was unnecessary. It didn't have to happen. It was not safe. You guys got lucky. You did it as safe as you could, but it was risky as fuck. And I just don't think it's worth the risk. I don't think so.
This brings us to
Survivor Series.
Sunday. Survivor Series.
Oh, this is in reverse order. Well, who the fuck does a review in reverse order?
Well, if it's live up to date, that's how
Oh, this could have been an up-to-date
they do it. Yeah.
one.
Those live ones are always.
Let's see. So the pre-show had Leo Rush and Akira Tozawa and Kalisto.
It's a good match, but I knew that they're. I mean, if I'm doing a predictions thing, it's obvious that Leo Rush is going to retain. Who gives a fuck about Akira Tozawa? Sorry.
Or Kalisto, and I don't give too many fucks about Leo Rush, to be honest, at this point. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode won the 10-man Battle Royal. I didn't watch a ton of this because it looked like it was evident that Street Profits were going to win, so I went outside for a bit.
Yeah, I thought Street Profits were going to win it too.
I was so upset, but I'm still in the room.
I thought they were going to
Yeah.
give Raw that win, but nope.
No, I left. I went to go work on the
Plaques.
on the
Nice plaques.
I had to do the drilling of the
Nice,
plaques.
nice.
You guys want to check out my Instagram at MarshRef. Different than my Twitter at RefMarsh. At MarshRef on Instagram. I put up a picture, I think I tweeted it too, so you can find it either way, of my new Four Horsewomen little display. Got the Pops side plates and an autograph 8x10 by all four.
You should go and give it a like.
Yeah, go give it a little like, a little likety do. But I was finishing those up in the backyard during this match, so I was like, "Ah, fuck, I don't want to see the Street Profits win this shit." And then I went to Rude and Ziggler, and I was I was outside, and I heard him and I went, "Oh, that's good. That's nice.
SmackDown got one. All right.
Yeah, I hope they do a thing with the club." After that, we got the women's NXT, the women's elimination match.
Yep.
Which they started out with the whole fucking gimmick in the beginning of putting Io and Candice out.
Mm-hmm.
Which even Michael Cole was like, they didn't do anything to get hurt. Like,
Yeah. Take two of them out right away.
yeah, I was really disappointed in this one in that I thought Toni Storm was going to have a better showcase. I feel like someone who was such a long-standing favorite NXT Women's Champion, and NXT UK Women's Champion, ever since she lost it, she's been largely just erased.
Yeah.
She hasn't done anything. She hasn't showcased much. She was there, like, to see if people think she's pop. It almost like, will they pop if she shows up? Let's just find out. But they didn't have like plans for her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like her biggest spot that everyone's showing is her being put in 2 submission holds at once. Like, it's just a bummer. Because she also did that one cool move where it was all like a double Samoan suplex almost, or Samoan drop. Or
She's strong.
Yeah.
She can do some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's being largely unused right now. It's weird.
I think it's really weird, and I think it's super unfortunate because, I mean, when I saw her win the Mae Young Classic, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like she's like the next big thing. The
Yeah.
next thing for them. Yeah, no.
And then, no.
It's Rhea.
Yeah.
Fucking
Fucking Rhea.
Rhea.
NXT won that one. I was kind of bummed out about because I didn't think that they needed it, but it was cool. I also thought they were going to lead into a little bit of Sasha, because I think Sasha pinned Kairi Sane. And so I thought they were going to lead into a little bit of Boss and Hug versus Kabukis for the tag titles at some point. Which I actually got announced for Starrcade.
Oh, really?
We can talk about that a little bit. It's going to be
cool.
a 4-way for it.
Nice.
Someone did just go like that picture. So if you're watching and you just liked it, thanks. Thanks for that. Thanks for checking it out.
Thanks for checking it out. Go ahead and go to mine also. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, go ahead. Like all the stuff. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/wrestlingontheRocks. Everything's 40% off. Only 20% on our store. I didn't make that choice. Let's see. After that, we got Roderick Strong, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke.
That's a hell of a match. Oh my gosh. Jesus. I like Roddy, in my opinion, is like the real Iron Man of
Yeah.
Undisputed. 100% he's the Iron Man.
He's the best on that team, for
Yeah.
sure.
His promo work though, his mic skills are very meh. Fuck, you like
How'd he get thicker?
you like backwalk because of the temperature.
I'm going to thin it out with some rum.
There you
Good luck, work.
go. His mic skills are not as good as any of the other members of Undisputed Era.
I don't think he's bad on the mic, though.
I don't like his voice. His voice is a little too high pitched.
That's just a dick thing to say.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I sound like his fucking face.
He kind of stumbles in his promos too.
That's real.
He stumbles more than Adam Cole does. And Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish aren't given enough mic time to really have the chance to stumble. But
That's true.
I
Get another ice cube.
yeah. Is that what you're shaking that for?
No, I'm just trying to get it to melt some. Thin that out.
Boom.
A lot of cream. A lot of nog.
A lot of knob in there.
A lot of nog happening. Keeping the nog. Thanksgiving.
But for Roddy,
Merry nog.
to get that win, who did he pin? Was it Nakamura?
Yes.
Yeah. Either way, it didn't matter who he pins. The fact that he walked out winner is awesome.
Yeah.
Big
It was
time.
cool. At first, I was like, come on, because that's what he fucking does every time is steal that win at the end. But, I mean, it works for his character. It's like, I mean, there's that aspect of him of being a longtime vet and being grossly overlooked forever. And he's using it to his advantage. The problem I have with, I think, this match is that he's in there with other people who've been in the ring just as long. And so for him to get, like, the vet win was kind of like, But-
You're getting a vet win over AJ Styles.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
But it was still done really well because he does it really.
He does it well. He has good timing.
Yeah, his timing is so fucking on point.
And in my opinion, he has the best running knee of anybody on the roster.
Yeah.
That dude can jump
And
hit you in the fucking face.
He hasn't done it in a while, but when he was really leaning into the Messiah the backbreaker thing, and he used to turn everything into some kind of backbreaker,
Yeah.
that shit was insane.
Yeah. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Kind of wish he would do that more.
Yeah. At least bring back some of the weirder ones that you took there. You know what I mean? Like, you found a way to do all of them.
I think he threw in a backbreaker on Styles.
He did.
Yeah.
He did like one neat one. Let's see. After that, we had Adam Cole and Pete Dunne for the championship. It was only mildly.
Yeah, that was probably the weakest match for me.
Good.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
yeah, that was probably.
No, yeah, I felt like it was a weak one.
And again, is predictable. Okay, we're having a three-way for the number one contender to face the champion at Survivor Series. Okay, Adam Cole's gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. They just wanted to keep Adam Cole on the show, is what that felt like.
Would have been really, actually, it would have been fucking crazy if Pete Dunne won.
Oh, I would have loved it.
That I would have popped hard.
Yeah, me too. I'd have been super excited. Because I think that, here's the other thing, here's the unfortunate part about that match. The biggest bummer of the match was that as it comes on, the producer goes, oh, now's a good time for me to go make some food. And I was like, what? And she goes, well, this guy loses every match he's in. And I was like, what? And then it occurred to me that ever since Pete Dunne left NXT UK, he's been largely jobbing since he showed up. And he's never gotten the job done. So he's been presented to the American audience as someone who's not good. Someone who can't get it done. So she's like, well, obviously, Adam Cole's going to win, clearly, because he always wins. And he's against someone who always loses. Why would I expect something else to
it
happen?
would have been a really good opportunity to pull the trigger on Pete Dunne because Adam Cole had the hard week. Excuse me.
Good Lord. You were disgusting.
You could have totally played it into a story, where if Pete Dunne won, Adam Cole would have been like, "Oh, I wasn't healthy. I wasn't 100%. You didn't really beat the champ." But it would have worked.
You could have done stuff. 100%.
Actually, that could have opened up so many doors with Pete Dunne winning. Actually.
Yeah.
Because then you could have had the inner turmoil between the Undisputed Era, and Roddy's like, "Well, I'm still holding mine. Like I won at Survivor Series. What do you got?"
Producer here, I really want to see him. Like, I want to see him shine.
Yeah.
And I just feel kind of bummed because I've been told he's so good, and I just never get to see that.
Yeah, for the American audience, he had a pretty good run in NXT, because they featured him in NXT a little bit.
As the champ.
As the champ, yeah. He looked good then. But ever since he lost the UK title, has not been the same.
No, and they did a really good job of undermining the UK title by never letting him get to a chance of going for any title except North American and constantly losing. He never could win the North American.
Yeah.
Do we need a bathroom break?
No, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
It's good. It's what the people want.
No.
We're getting through this show, everyone.
No one wants this.
We're powering through this show.
The audience can smell this.
You're welcome at home.
You don't want
You're
Smell-O-Vision. If you
I'm
subscribe,
Huskus the pig boy.
if
We've
you
been through
subscribe
this.
to Smell-O-Vision, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so they did an amazing job of immediately undermining the NXT UK title, with Pete Dunne losing it, never getting to anywhere near an NXT title otherwise.
Well, shit.
And then
Go ahead.
Walter getting kicked the fuck out in 2 minutes.
I was just gonna say,
So pissed.
yeah, they kind of did it again later that night. Yeah.
Yeah. They've done a really good job of saying, oh yeah, the NXT UK title, that's bullshit.
And Walter is arguably supposed to be the most dominant figure.
He's a beast.
He's supposed to be a freaking beast.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did not like Walter losing like that. That pissed me off.
Oh, wasn't the whole crowd chanting bullshit?
Yeah, no, they were not happy about it either.
Yeah. No,
You show the ring general the respect he deserves, goddamn.
Ring General.
Yeah.
Walter.
Walter.
King of chops. I mean, huh.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see. It looks like after that we got Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. It wasn't a bad match, actually. It was actually pretty cool. I will say there was something that we were talking about during this match, which I thought I should bring up. The red light is so cool. First off, let me just say that.
Okay.
But I think the red light is part of the story right now. I think people think it's just a gimmick for Bray Wyatt, but I don't think it is. I think it's part of the storytelling device, the mechanism, as it were. Because he says in a number of his promos after he wins, especially on Twitter, that he's the demon of the red, and something about him fucking thriving under the red lights and all this shit. Mm-hmm. So it's this mechanism of like a source of power, and I think that when we see him start to crack, you're going to see the red light kind of flicker. You know, that's what I imagine is going to end up happening, or someone's going to find a way to kick on some other light, and that's going to weaken him, or something along those lines.
That's gonna be fucking stupid.
Depending on how they do it. Because I think that, so Taz brought up a good point on this one, and I was going to bring it up because I thought a similar like thing, where I was even telling her, I don't know why Daniel Bryan couldn't have harnessed the yes movement, and the lights couldn't have been affected by that. As he started doing the yes thing a couple of times, I would have liked if the red light kind of white lighted or something. So it's almost like he's breaking through.
You don't want to do that this early, though.
No, but they should have done this match this early.
Well,
Because
of
there's a
course.
lot of story here.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get here, and you could do it this early as long as you don't do it every match after.
Well,
If they had flickered the lights a little bit, where it's like on the third one, the lights go up for a second, and he's like shocked, and they go back to red, and then Bray beats the shit out of him, and everyone's like, what the fuck was that? And then the next several matches he has, just regular red. Mm-hmm. You could make that connection a little bit and draw that out. But you could start to insinuate now that he may not be undefeatable forever without even giving him a loss. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he's already defeated. So,
Wait a minute. No one defeated him. He wins all the time. He always wins.
I do like the idea of some kind of the yes movement or some kind of other force to break that barrier or that spell. But yeah, it needs to be done not corny.
It's got to be done well.
Yeah, please do it well.
I mean, fuck, I liked it when Undertaker shot lightning at the ring before. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It can be done a little corny. You know what I mean? Kane used to make fire blow up out of the ring, and no one was all like, this seems a bit weird, right? Everyone's like, no, that's where fire comes from.
No, that's legit.
Yeah.
Makes sense for Kane.
Kane's actually doing that.
Yeah, Kane's doing it. He makes the lights go on and fire happens.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. But I think if it's done really corny where it looks like someone just bloop, 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 then it's going to look shit. But I think they can do it a better way. I think if they did, it'd be really cool. And
I
that
think
was a
just
good
saying
opportunity.
with Daniel Bryan is going to be ongoing, though. I think this isn't the last we've seen of those two fighting each other.
Yeah, I hope not, because I thought that was actually a really good match. And there was a couple moments there where I thought, shit, they could really pull this out, but that's what Daniel Bryan's best at, making you believe.
Making you believe in the face.
Believe in it.
Believe in the face.
Let's see, then you get the men's elimination match. Walter gets kicked in the face and leaves immediately.
It just takes his ball and go home.
Yeah, he
goes
was
home.
like, I don't fucking like this.
Fuck this, I'm taking 1, 2, 3, bye.
Braun Strowman gets counted out for some reason where no one else was even getting counted.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know if they,
Consistency with rules, people.
yeah, that was one where it really should have at least been counting for other people.
Yeah.
Because that was,
Was
like just out of
anybody
nowhere.
else like in threat of being counted out? Or was
And then
it
he like
just
started at 6, so far as I can tell.
6.
Yeah. Because things are happening, he just turns around. 7! 8! Yeah. Yeah, I didn't understand that bit, but I was also like, I guess if you don't want to beat him, I more than anything I took out of that, I really hope they do something big with Braun Strowman if they're trying to protect him like this right now.
They're not.
That's a shitty way to protect him if you're not going to do anything with him.
They're not gonna do anything with him.
They're not going to do shit, dude. It's going to be nothing.
I don't know, like, he exists in a bad time. He exists in a bad time because he has Brock Lesnar, and that's basically it.
And Keith Lee.
And Keith Lee now. Yeah, now that Vince saw Keith Lee, forget it, Braun. Sorry, you're fucked.
Yeah, forget it. I think now more than ever, KO's going to NXT because he's got beef now. Because he was up on that top turnbuckle, he looks down, he sees Ciampa laying there, his partner from last night. He sees Shorty G over there, little fucking piece of shit. And he decides to go for Shorty G because fuck him.
Yeah.
A little piece of shit.
Yeah.
Little fucking basketball shorts wearing little
Go for
shitbag.
that easy hit.
What? What? He's wearing stupid shorts. Actually, his shorts were better this week, weren't they? If I remember correctly, they weren't as baggy, so they look like they belonged to him.
Oh, really? Like they
Yeah,
weren't.
they look like they were his own
Okay.
and not someone else's.
Not his big
Still not
brothers.
great.
Yeah, not Braun Strowman's shorts, dude. I just got to wear something, man. You can't make me go out there like this. And then he went for Chad Gable, obviously, because fuck that guy. And later on, Ciampa's the one who pins KO, so he's got every reason to go back and be like, "The fuck, dude? I was cool with you until you started fucking pissing on me in my sleep."
I like that. Actually, that's a. But man, taking KO away from Raw, that's gonna hurt. He can do double duty though.
Yeah, he could. Wherever he goes, he's gonna thrive.
Yeah.
Also, it's something that they could put a cap on for right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Seeing that the week was in the vein of let's prove how amazing NXT is and why you should watch NXT. The way that Raw ended has every reason for me to believe that there's no reason for KO not to go to NXT because people are definitely want to see more KO.
Yeah, but he could also be beefing with. No, I'm gassy.
That's so fucking gross, dude. You're disgusting.
But now he could be beefing with Seth Rollins.
You're both beefing right now.
Yeah, we are definitely beefing right now.
Got some beef happening.
Yeah.
I liked the Keith Lee pinned Seth. Who did Seth pin that made everyone fucking pissed?
Shit. I can't remember.
Lee eliminated Rollins with a jackhammer. He pinned somebody this week, and everyone was all like,
Why though?
"Fuck!" They were super pissed.
Can't find it.
Yesterday?
No, on Sunday. Who was it? I don't know, honestly, because
Was it
Oh.
Ali? No.
it wasn't an NXT guy.
Was it Ciampa? I think it was. It was Ciampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seth Rollins got the pin on Ciampa, and people lost their fucking minds. Because this crowd, which, by the way, that's one of my bottom things the whole fucking weekend, was this fucking crowd.
Chi-Town crowd.
Yeah, they were shit, man. They were shitting on everything. Didn't matter what match, how good, what point they wanted to chant CM Punk for no fucking reason. Because you're not getting anywhere. And for a while, the chant just meant that we want something better than this. But you're saying it in the middle of AJ, Shinsuke, and Roddy.
Oh yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah. What do you fucking want, people?
Yeah.
Gosh. That's tough.
So yeah, Seth pinned Ciampa on clearly NXT crowd, which that was the other thing. This crowd was so NXT and so anti everything else WWE. It's like you guys spent a lot of money to come shit on Raw and SmackDown. It's weird.
I spent a lot of money to shit on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone on Twitter actually said something about that. Like, hey, if you're shitting on the crowd after 4 days of these performers, like, cool it, because they've been at it for a minute.
What?
Just that.
If I'm shitting on the crowd for being there for
No. The crowd shouldn't be shitting on
Oh, if the
Oh,
crowd
on
is shitting on the
performers who've
yeah.
been back to back to back, working their asses off and
Yeah.
giving you such amazing shows.
Well, and I
like-
guarantee you that a lot of the fucks in the crowd were AEW numbskulls anyway.
Yeah.
So again, AEW guys are just the most unhappy group of people.
Well, but also
in the
I think
world.
I might have seen. Was that the one where I saw a sign that said like, AEW sucks or something like that? Where I was like, oh, well,
Yeah,
we
it was
don't
like
need
high
that.
10, but it was like one person talking shit to
Yeah.
somebody.
He planted it. That was WWE throwing that in there.
Oh yeah, I made it. I liked it. I did like Roman Reigns getting the win because I think that Roman's in a spot where he's kind of floundering, and I don't know why. I do think that he's at a spot where he should be climbing back up towards the top of the mountain because they don't have a ton of people right there right now. And I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, because unless you're gonna bring Keith Lee up like right away, he doesn't need the win right now.
And he didn't need the win to be the favorite there.
No, he still outshined a lot of people that night.
Yeah, and I think that everything about even the finish of that match was about how fucking tough is
I mean,
Keith
that
Lee.
powerbomb that he threw on Roman Reigns. I mean, again, he just bounced him like fucking Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I think they made Keith Lee look like $1 million. I think he totally went over, and I don't think he needed the win to do it. But I do think that in the Roman story, Roman needs wins right now to get back towards the top of the mountain, where everyone's going to start to hate him once he gets there.
Sad but true.
But I think that it made sense to me, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I also don't think NXT needed a clean sweep. I just don't.
Well, they didn't. Raw got 1 and SmackDown got 2.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. Like NXT didn't need this one either. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what you're saying. Sure. Okay.
We got Brock versus Rey Mysterio in what was actually a really good match.
Actually, false finish, dude. I was like, holy shit, Ray's gonna win this.
Oh yeah, I was totally bought in. Totally bought in.
I was like, holy shit, Ray's actually gonna win this.
Yeah, all the shit with Dominic.
Yeah.
I even put on my Twitter there that I was predicting that Kane was going to come in and interfere. I also predicted KO was going to turn on Team Raw. You heard it here first.
You made a lot of shitty
I
predictions.
guess right every time. The thing is I'm not going to be like Brad Shepard and go back and be like, well, things changed, man. They told me that was going to happen and they changed last minute.
Yeah, whatever, Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But it was a really good match with an awesome finish.
Yeah, man.
And Brock winning actually surprised me by the end of it. How often are you surprised by a Brock win?
Dude, I was so bought in that Ray was gonna win.
Yeah, me too. I was like, this is definitely happening at this point. And then when Brock won, I was like, oh, shit.
Still
But-
the champ.
Yeah, still a champ. And then that brings us to the main event, Shayna versus Bayley and Becky. And Shayna gets the win.
Unfortunately, this was one of the weaker matches of the night
Yeah,
for me. It just really didn't deliver to what I was expecting it.
there wasn't as much chemistry in there as I was expecting between them. I do think that Shayna and Bayley can be more methodical than showy at times. And I think that came off sour to the crowd. But I also think the crowd was shitting on it unnecessarily.
Well, and I think the crowd is still too pro. What's her name? Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Well, what's her name? Yeah, they're just. They lean to like one side of thought, and they can't open up their minds to accept like another talent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like they're so bought into Becky Lynch at this point that I don't know, man. Can't make them happy again.
Yeah.
Just-
And I thought the back and forth between Shayna and Bayley was good.
I thought it was good.
They were doing a lot of technical stuff, which I thought was cool, especially because Shayna's known as submission magician and stuff. And I thought Bayley did an awesome job of making her submissions look real and getting out of them in really smart ways too. And I like that commentary brought it up even at one point because they said that was really smart of Bayley to keep moving and keep her from locking in the holds and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
I think with the finish, it would have been much more compelling had Shayna got the victory over Becky Lynch.
yes.
100%. It would have been much better for storytelling down the road.
I think
It
also
would have been more impactful.
it would have had a bigger impact. I think it would have also had a bigger impact if Bayley got the win over anybody. I think Becky not getting the win and not taking the loss made this have the least amount of impact.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think Bayley getting a win over either one would have solidified why Bayley deserves to be here, because that's where her character is at right now, trying to prove why she deserves to be there and talking about people overlooking her.
Well,
The
even
storyline was even that they said, we'll keep an eye on Bayley. We don't
that's
care.
what I'm saying. Even with Shayna winning, right, and but getting the win over Becky Lynch, that would still go along with that storyline of them just kind of not looking at
Yeah.
Bayley. Well, like Bayley, I didn't get pinned. Like you didn't pin me.
You didn't
bitch.
pin me, and you guys are still not considering me as
Yeah.
a thing, as a threat. So I think that Bayley getting the win over Shayna would have been huge because everyone expected Shayna to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bayley getting the win over Becky would have been huge because it was all like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But I think that giving Shayna the win over Bayley was the flattest thing you could do with that match.
Probably. Absolutely.
Any other combination of wins would have been more interesting. Even Becky getting a clean win over either one of them would have been fine. Because Becky would have got Becky getting the win over either one of them would have got a Becky pop.
I think it needed to be either Shayna over Becky or Becky over Shayna. If they're going to go for that, because clearly it was never in the cards for Bayley to win.
Well, I was thinking that it was going to be, I thought they were going to build towards a bigger, even for horsewomen thing, or perhaps even a Becky Shayna thing for a bigger platform. So I didn't think they would do the win on that one. But I thought that if they didn't get to finish their rivalry in any way, that Bailey still had something to gain in this.
Yeah.
And no one else had as much to gain. Shayna doesn't look better for beating Bailey. And Becky doesn't look better for not being the one to tap out. And Bailey does look weaker for tapping out. And I just think that that's a shit look for a character that's just now getting in the right direction.
Just coming in her own as a pretty good heel.
Yeah. And then Becky beats the shit out of Shayna on the outside, which furthers that. And again, Bailey is nowhere to be seen on that one. I just thought that this whole thing was this big, like, bury Bailey again kind of thing. And it sucks. Didn't have to happen.
And that takes us to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I will say that there's not as much on there. I don't think overall as content, but I will say the big moments.
For Raw?
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, that Seth promo in the beginning was awesome.
That was incredible.
I loved it.
That's exactly what Seth needed.
Yeah.
It's exactly what he needed to do. That's exactly who he needed to be.
Yeah.
I love everyone turning their back and looking at him like fucking idiot.
Charlotte's reaction was the best in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
What?
It squeezed me?
Yeah.
And then
Randy
Rollins.
Orton walks away. He's like,
Yeah. Jerk off.
Whatever.
I really liked Seth fucking dragging Mysterio's kid. You had your stupid kid in here or whatever, and you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It was all like, fuck.
Dude, he fucking shat on everybody.
He just shat on him.
Yeah. AOP's like, we could have used you. Where the hell were you guys? We could have used you guys.
We don't need you. Get out. I thought that the one part about that whole segment I didn't like was that KO never talked, and I was like, he's such an amazing promo that just having him stun Seth and leave isn't to me as impactful as if they had exchanged words. But then they did me the favor and gave him a mic
he
later.
cut the promo later.
Yeah, so I was
which
like, all right,
good.
you did
Yeah.
it. You made it up.
Yeah.
Even the after the break promo that Seth cut, which I thought was fantastic. It came off so real,
He stumbled though,
which I thought was good.
because it showed like frustration.
It showed a frustration, a
Yeah.
realism. It felt less scripted.
Yeah.
It was more like, it was all passion and heart. Fuck this, like. I thought that was better.
To me, it kind of came off scripted, honestly. When
By
he stumbled
stumbling?
like that, yeah. When he stumbled,
You never stumble over words that you plan to say.
I do, but again, it's just the way that all the time, by the way. But it's the way that he was saying it. It just made it sound like, oh, this is a little scripted.
Felt more real to me.
Okay.
Watching him stumble and feel a little more passionate about it.
He's human, I get it.
Although I feel that when Lana stumbles and shit, she comes off super scripted.
Man,
Okay, so
that we're gonna bypass.
yeah, well, you know what? At least Rusev got an ass whoop, got to kick some ass. So.
I liked him knocking the fucking shit onto
yeah,
Bobby.
I
thought that was cool.
like that.
I like him looking crazy. Like
Yeah.
just that
I'm
scream,
back.
that
Yeah.
yell in the camera. I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
I'm bad.
Yeah, I like that. So I'm glad that Lashley got his comeuppance, at least for now.
Yeah. Lana worse than ever.
Oh my god, dude, she's just so. And then she just turns around and signs a 5-year deal. It's like,
So shitty, dude.
what the fuck,
And her
guys?
scream was just awful. I wanted to
Yeah.
mute the
Oh,
show.
yeah, that was definitely a low point of Raw for me.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't mind all the stuff until Lana realized that the mics couldn't hear her yet, so she had to just yell a bunch.
She had to belt it out.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I want all the mics to hear me. This is like, it's how she's trying to get in words when she's not scripted to have words.
Yeah.
And it came off like such fucking garbage.
Going into business for herself.
Yes, that's what it felt
I
like.
will get screen time.
I liked Author of Pain's finally being in a goddamn match.
And they're not wearing shirts now, or the shitty Shield stuff that they're wearing.
Yeah, that's right. Top.
And they're freaking ripped, dude.
Yeah, they're big.
They're big boys.
Yeah, they came out on a combined weight of 604 pounds. Do you know the combined weight of Jurassic Express? Just throwing that out there.
Through Jurassic Express. Damn, dude, under 300. 280.
It is. It is under 300.
More people.
Yeah.
Less weight.
Let's see. Buddy Murphy, Matt Hardy was interesting.
So yeah, he totally dropped the broken gimmick. It's gone.
Yeah, and he went back to version 2.
Version 2, Matt.
But then he tweeted out about maybe bringing back the broken gimmick. So I don't know if he's just going to come out and do different gimmicks here and there. Like, that could be interesting.
That's gonna be weird.
oh yeah, it's gonna be weird. What fucking Matt Hardy gimmick wasn't fucking weird?
That's true.
Um,
I was disappointed that he didn't come out broken, though.
yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want Broken Matt to lose. Because that's, I guess, something you can take, you know.
That's true.
Yes.
That's a good point. And then Buddy Murphy looked good. I'm excited for Buddy Murphy versus Aleister Black as an ongoing thing.
Me too. But they're going to put up some good matches.
I think it's gonna be some good stuff.
Let's just stop having Alistair talk like this.
Yeah, I'm over the Aleister Black promos. They gotta go.
Pick a fight with me.
And that he just lives in a closet.
Yeah, and how
It's
fucking
2019,
Scooby Doo
dude.
did they get last week?
I know he doesn't do, like, Alistair, I know you have a hot wife, all right? So I know you're not just spending your days in a freaking closet talking all this crap about
We don't know if
picking a
anyone
fight.
else is in there. We don't know why he didn't get to the door in time.
It's 2019. You don't have to be in a closet,
Good
man.
point. Oh, he could be minimalist.
Ah.
He could be minimalist.
Yeah, it's a tiny house.
Tiny house.
Was it the Fatal 4-Way? Ricochet, Randy, Drew, and Rey Mysterio. I thought was cool, but the whole fucking promo was dragging so much. I couldn't figure out where the fuck they were going with it. Then beating the shit out of Humberto, and he's gone forever. That was interesting.
Yeah, what a way to, like, build a guy up and then just bury him like
Yeah,
that.
just erase him.
Yeah. Delete.
Yeah. I liked Rey Mysterio getting the U.S. title, though.
Yeah. I think it was kind of giving the people what they wanted the night before,
Yeah.
giving them that moment.
Yeah.
So we got the moment.
I can see that. Flair and Asuka.
Oh my
Actually, it was a
God.
great match, though.
Good match, and Jesus Christ, did she get her with a face full of that?
That is
Green
too
mist.
much stuff, man.
Yeah.
Coming
It's
out.
way too close for that spray.
Yeah.
But I found it funny too that like Charlotte like prepared herself.
Yeah.
Like, she knew it was
She
coming. She's
turns
like,
around, just like, I'm just gonna put my hair back and hold it with one hand for a second. Oh God! Yeah.
The tweet afterwards too was hilarious. Asuka just types LMAO
Oh yeah.
with the puke face.
Yeah. But a really good match.
Good match, yeah.
And again, I just felt like the crowd was shitting on everything that was even good here.
And
So,
I'm super glad that Asuka won.
yeah. Oh yeah, she needs those.
And Kabuki Warriors now have the a new theme that they're using for live shows.
And they finally have side plates.
And they have side plates.
They have side plates that are the Asuka mask with a pirate hat on it, and it looks like it says Kabuki Warriors in Japanese, I think.
Nice.
And
So,
then, yeah,
so
they
they're
have
gonna lose the
on.
titles next month.
Yeah, they'll be losing them. You know they made Boston Hug ones, but they never got to use them
Again.
because it takes so fucking long to make these things, dude.
Yeah.
Boston Hug had side plates made, and then they were given
Iconics.
them after they lost the titles.
Yeah. That's a slap to the face.
Yeah, how
There you
sad
go.
was that? Yeah, here's your fucking things.
Congrats.
Um,
Eric Rowan versus local.
but yeah, then they do have that new music, which I'm really excited to hear. And you're welcome. That was mostly our doing for talking
yeah,
about it so much.
we were like pushing for that
Yeah.
for months now.
We've been
so.
saying a lot about that lately, and just really pushing for it and making sure we say it every week. And
So you're welcome.
yeah, we
And
did
thank
it.
you to the producer or insider that's watching us.
Yeah, thanks, Insider. Appreciate that. Eric Rowan versus a local competitor was
Oh,
a bunch of
whatever.
garbage. Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens was a really good match.
Yeah, good match.
It was a good match. I didn't even mind the shit ending because it leads a lot of questions. Which
It has a lot of questions because it kind of doesn't make sense.
yeah,
Because he shat on them earlier that night.
yeah, but he didn't shit on them like he should on everybody else.
That's
he just
true.
said, "Where were you? We
Yeah.
could have used you. You're gone." They're the only ones he kind of like pedestaled as well. Like you
Yeah,
guys
we
are
could-
so amazing.
We could have
needed
used you guys, yeah.
Yeah. So I do think that him forming another little authority crony group like he had with
Mercury and
Kane.
no, well, who were his? Didn't he have two guys? It wasn't Kane. It was Mercury and somebody else. I thought.
Oh yeah, there was like I don't know. It was
But yeah, him forming another little faction, being a heel figure again. I like that. I
Yeah.
like the prospects of that.
yeah, totally into that. KO getting beat up a little bit on there just makes me think like with as good as KO did there, I felt like it was a little bit again another like hey watch NXT because that's where KO's gonna go now.
You like him here? Well, he's not going to be here very much longer.
Yeah.
You can find him Wednesdays on USA.
Do you like KO? Then you have to watch Wednesday live.
And then they followed up with, please watch it.
Yeah, please, please. So there was a degree of the overall weekend that I wasn't real fond of, which was just like how much can we put over NXT because it really, I don't know, felt kind of shitty when you watch a bunch of the other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand where they're going with it, and I think it was a smart move overall to say to get that platform now.
Best for
Because
business.
even though like I know people who are only watching pay-per-views and still wouldn't watch takeovers, and they don't watch weeklies. So hey, here's a really good way to like really showcase on a platform that they get the most viewership for, which is their own fucking platform.
It's weird how I got back into wrestling. I started getting back into wrestling by watching online content creators like
Yeah.
What Culture,
Oh yeah.
and then slowly progressed into having interest in watching WrestleMania. So I got the subscription to watch WrestleMania, and I think Royal Rumble too, because I think it was that time where if you get Royal Rumble, you get it. So I did that.
Yeah.
And then I started kind of peeping NXT because the guys that I were watching on YouTube kept raving about it.
Yeah.
And then I just, next thing I knew, I was deep in the hole. That was it.
When we first asked you to come on the first time, you're like, I don't watch the weeklies.
Yeah.
And I was all like, all right. And I was like, well, can you watch them 1 week? And you're like, maybe. And then like you watched one for the thing, and you're like, I didn't
right.
think I was gonna like it, but I did, and I feel like kind of steamrolled from there as well.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I
it's what?
Oh,
Go
no,
ahead.
no.
I was going to say, it's still a lot of content to watch. It's difficult, but yeah.
Yeah, and I've started taking to fast forwarding through things that I just know are going to be trash.
Me too.
To you.
Yeah.
Trash to you.
Garbage to humanity.
If we don't like it, they don't like it.
Yeah, we don't like it, and they don't like it. And if they like it, fuck them.
Yeah.
I hope you get murdered.
No,
I'm
no.
actually not really-
Followers drop by like 30.
Yeah.
From that.
No.
Not what we believe.
No, we're not Twitter here, man. Fuck. I mean, that's why
I
we
was-
like having Clump on here. He lets us beat him up a little bit, and then we give him time to defend it.
Yeah, and then he beats us up back. Well, he tries.
Yeah, he fart wars with me.
That's true.
Every now and again, he leans back, cocks one off, and he fucking Han Solos me.
Yeah.
Other
You did it
than-
last week, I think.
I think so too.
I was gonna say what got me interested, because I wasn't a regular viewer as well, was actually some dancing. Go figure. From Naomi. I saw the intro and I was like, "What? You didn't tell me there was dancing."
Interesting.
And that totally got me into it.
It's
so,
weird. It's weird, like how they're able to pull people into their realm.
Yeah.
and that's only because I'm a dancer, so
Yeah.
it connected with me.
Yeah, she saw Naomi's entrance and she's like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "Oh, you think she's interesting? Maybe you should watch Total Divas. She's pretty funny too." And then she watched Total Divas, and then she was like, "Oh my God, all these people!" And then just wanted to watch them. And it was like, "Where's Natty? I want to see Natty wrestle."
Yeah, it's too bad they're not using Naomi right now. But oh
Yeah.
well.
I know.
Well, I think she's going through all that family stuff.
Yeah.
She lost her sister, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Man,
Yeah.
shitty. That's gotta be tough, dude. How do you come back from that?
I don't know.
So
Sorry,
Yeah.
Naomi.
Sorry.
Condolences.
yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. We miss her because we think she's great and we respect her and we want her back. So no
And-
harm in saying we wish you'd come back soon, but at the same time, if you need space, fucking take that space.
well.
And same for Usos. I love that they're kind of dancers too. I think like
Oh
the
yeah,
way
they would dance
move.
in the ring and
They move is just like they're so smooth.
Who?
Love it.
Usos,
Usos.
They're in jail, right?
maybe. They probably grew up in handcuffs.
Yeah, they probably grew up in handcuffs. Penitentiary day one. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I had to like make some kind of Usos joke, and that was not a good joke.
That was a mockery.
That
of-
was like terrible.
Yeah.
But
I'll get it together. Next week, I'll make a better joke.
he's gonna be writing it all week.
Yeah. I will be producing this.
He's gonna Mauro Ronaldo me just to get it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Steam.
gonna like get a Meek Mill reference in there too.
Yeah. So I mean I appreciate that that's what they were doing, was giving this huge platform to NXT, which is cool. A little bit of a bummer, but a little more interesting than we're used to seeing, because this felt a little bit more like here's a bunch of people with something to prove. Where the last several years has felt like Stephanie's friends versus Shane's friends, and so so it was more interesting that way for sure.
Yeah.
That kind of
Yeah, we haven't had Stephanie or Shane in forever, and it's so good. It's so good.
huge voids,
Yeah.
big voids.
Yeah, but
I
that
did
brings
feel
us-
like during the Fatal 4-Way promo where like 7 people were in the ring talking,
Yeah.
like how do you get out of this and into a match without an authority figure?
Yeah.
Like this is the part where someone comes out and says
They like
this match is
they worked it
happening."
out themselves. Like they somehow managed to put it together.
I know, it was really funny. To watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, what the fuck? This is where, like, Paige comes out and says, we settle this in the ring.
And it's funny, too, because the Good Brothers were, like, beginning to agree with them.
Oh, yeah, that just makes sense to me.
Yeah, it just makes sense, you know, with in this crowd with these people. Yeah, man.
Yeah, in Chicago.
AJ's like, the fuck you doing, man?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, at one point, he turned and goes, I don't know why I even talked to you guys.
Yeah.
Like, he had the mic away so you could barely hear it, but you could hear it. I don't even know why I talked to you. Which is also funny, the ride-along.
Yeah.
The two of them gang up and pick on AJ, like, the whole ride-along.
Oh, they
and he
do?
just sits there, like, quiet, like, I don't even know why I hang out with you guys most of the time.
Why are we friends?
Yeah. It's
Why
so
did I bring
funny.
you back from Japan?
Because they start chanting like AJ sucks and stuff, like several times. Because they'll say something just go, AJ sucks, AJ sucks, and he's like, guys,
I'm paying for this rental.
yeah, they're like fucking children. It's so funny. It does bring us to the end of the week. There, you said you didn't see much of NWA,
Well, we discussed it in the beginning of the show, what I saw.
but this week,
Yeah.
what?
Okay. All right.
Oh,
What?
what the fuck just happened?
So, yeah, I don't know.
Taking
No,
down,
no.
I was taking down the Raw icon.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, we talked about NWA at the beginning of the show. I'm like halfway through, but I haven't gotten to the MT Arena match yet.
yeah, I was working, so I haven't got to see much of it, but I read a little bit about it. And producer watched all of it.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it obviously had to be heavily edited, so I think what I saw, I mean, I liked. I really loved the Thunder Rosa
Friend
documentary.
of the show, Thunder Rosa.
Loved that. I mean, it showed her after her match, and oh my god, I was like nearly crying. It was
Don't
just,
spoil it.
it was
for me.
really good. I liked, getting to know more about her backstory because, sorry, I don't know her entire backstory, but
Oh yeah.
like, yeah, I just thought
I
that
know
was
her
that was
backstory.
really really cool. I like hearing if people weren't wrestling their entire life, like what else they did.
Oh, yeah.
So those experiences were really cool to hear about. Yeah, and all the promos, they're always good. So that was pretty cool. I'm trying to think. They made the announcement for the pay-per-view.
For the match pay-per-view,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is going to be on December 14th. Do you think you're going to be available for that?
Oh, yeah, I think I told you.
So here's the cool thing. They also announced after Survivor Series that TLC was going to be December 15th. So we actually get to watch NWA followed by TLC.
Oh,
That's a cool weekend.
cool weekend.
Which I think is going to be cool. So I'm excited to see the NWA show. I think that it's a bit weird to bend over backwards for an audience that isn't largely watching you. And I do think that it's a shame because Twitter seems like such a fucking shit show. I wish people would put up or shut up a lot more than they do. Every single person who said they refused to watch because Cornette was on it, watch. Go watch it now. Because that's what they did for you. They opened that up for you, not the people who were already watching. The people who were watching were not the ones complaining about whatever happened and however people feel about what he said. But at the end of the day, they bent over backwards for a large audience that was largely not watching them. Name another promotion that's going to do that much for an audience that isn't there.
Yeah, so in other words, you better start fucking tuning in Tuesdays.
Tune in on Tuesdays for NWA Power. Put your money where your mouth is. Tune in now because they did what you wanted them to do. They got rid of the person you didn't want to see there. You have no excuses not to watch it. And everyone who says they're going to stop watching because Cornette's not on it, fuck you too, dude. The show's not revolving around Cornette. Like him or not, the show's not about him. He was just a voice and a perspective. They'll get a new voice and perspective, and it's going to be different. And some people are going to like it, some people won't. But no one's going to decisively say they will or won't watch because of that voice. Let's not make Cornette bigger than he's got to be by giving him the power to shut down a fucking company he's not even a part of.
Yeah.
So tune in, watch, see what they have to offer because you refused to see what they had to offer because they didn't have them. What do they do for you? They got rid of them and then recut an entire episode. There's
Shit.
not a fucking.
What about the
blink of
whole
Cornette.
season? How many episodes do they have for this season? Like one more, right? Or two more?
I thought this was the last one before the pay-per-view.
There's not gonna be one next week? Because next week's like the 3rd, so there's still like
If
2
it's
weeks.
true.
That's a good question. I don't remember.
So they might have to recut like 2 or 3 episodes just to please these people. I mean,
Yeah.
that's production that they did not plan, foresee to invest in.
They didn't have to, because at the end of the day, they had every reason to say, hey, look, he's gone. However, we've taped all these in advance, and we're going to do double screening on all of these to make sure he doesn't say anything fucking stupid. Because maybe we missed one, we won't miss another one. Get through to this pay-per-view, and you won't see him again. That's all they had to do. But instead, they're recutting this whole show for them. Like it or not, that's what they're doing. And I think that it's up to those people who refused to watch beforehand to step up and watch now and see what they have to offer. Give them a chance now. Give them a few episodes. You're giving AEW months to sort out what they're doing. Give these guys a couple of weeks to figure out how to recut an entire show when there was a large voice on there that's now missing. Give them a few weeks. Watch this pay-per-view. Get it on Fight TV, $19.99. Let them show you what they're made of, because I guarantee you Cornette was not all they had to offer, and it didn't define them. Don't let it define them.
Yeah, and kind of, producer here, be like us. I mean, we really tried to give things a chance. Even if it's not our flavor, then we can say, hey, it's not our flavor. That's fine. But you gotta give it a chance.
None of these other promotions, as much as we like them and talk about them, none of these other promotions are doing shit for fans that don't exist. And that's what NWA did. Here's a bunch of people who don't want your show complaining about your show. What are you going to do about it? They said, we'll change. AEW's not changing for you guys. They keep pretending like they're going to, but nothing's changing at all.
The only change that's happening tomorrow is Batman.
They're putting Batman in there. Happy? WWE's not changing for everyone, and everyone
Fucking
thinks
nerds.
Nerds. WWE's not changing for everyone, like it or not. They do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, when they hear their own voice...
WWE's still going to Saudi Arabia. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck because you're not watching, right? But the watching voice, the people who were chanting for Kofi over and over again, that's who they listen to. Because that's the people who pay to go there. And that's who most businesses will listen to. The people they already have. They don't send out surveys to people who don't go there to ask what would bring you in. They send out surveys to people who are already always going there saying, how can we make this a little bit better? That's how companies work. Not NWA. NWA is willing to listen to the voice of the people who don't show up. Show up.
Can end it there. Perfect.
Cheers.
So the only other thing before we cut, ease up on Morrow, all right? That's all I got to say.
He's a sensitive guy.
He's a sensitive guy. Ease up on Morrow. Corey Graves, you're kind of an asshole on Twitter, honestly.
Yeah, he's so back and forth. He'll say these like nice things and have like this podcast where he's like sounding like a reasonable person with cool ideas, and then he gets on a fucking microphone and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Like he's fucking two-faced, and I don't mean that in this like, oh, I hate you, you talk behind my back, and oh, you got two, but he's like almost seems like two different people.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because, hey, that's us getting worked,
Yeah.
but it's really fucking hard to digest.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. It's been an awesome week. Good times. Tune into NWA, like we said.
Yeah.
Do it.
Power into the fire! Last call,
Last
guys.
call.
Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers.
Cheers.